touch the door, I'm home at last, and I'm soaking through and through. And then you handed me a towel, and all I see is you. And even if my house falls down now, I wouldn't have a clue, because you're near me. And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of
This is Nationwide 90 FM, owned and operated by Nationwide News Network. We broadcast from our studios at 6 Bradley Avenue, Kingston 10, Jamaica. Transmitting on the FM 90 band. 90.3 from Peters Rock in St. Andrew and Murphy Hill in St. Anne. Serving Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Anne, parts of Clarendon, St. Mary, and St. Thomas. 90.5 from Huntley in Manchester. Transmitting to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Clarendon, rural St. Andrew, and parts of St. Thomas. And 90.7 from Cooper's Hill in St. Andrew and Flower Hill in St. James. Serving Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, sections of Trelawney, Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland, and St. Anne. Nationwide 90 FM also broadcasts on the World Wide Web on nationwideradiojm.com and on Flow on channel 916. Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 o'clock.
From the studios of Nationwide Radio, morning radio the right way. It's Nationwide This Morning.
A very good morning to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning, Friday, June 7, 2024. The Met Service says more rains expected today. Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority says there were no injuries or damage to an American Airlines plane which had a troubled landing at the Norman Manley International Airport. Jamaica is in the top 3 in the world for cancer. In regional news, a scabies outbreak reported on the island of Montserrat. In international news, India's Modi elected as leader of coalition and set to form new government. In sports, Reggae Boys head to Dominica today ahead of their CONCACAF World Cup qualifier. And in business, the European Central Bank has cut its key interest rate by a quarter point. The details after the break.
Does your bra ride up your back? Do your shoulders hurt from carrying the weight of your breasts? These are signs of an ill-fitting bra. When was the last time you were fitted by a bra fit specialist? The bra experts at LaBelle Femme will take care of you. Drop into the store at 53 Lady Musgrave Road, Tuesdays to Saturdays from 10 to 5, and you will see the difference. Or call 876-622-6091.
Catch the first news of the day. A comprehensive package of local, international, sports, and business news. The news at 6 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. A trough is lingering across Jamaica and is expected to produce occasional showers and isolated thunderstorm activity throughout today. The Met Service says persons should expect windy conditions to begin on Saturday, especially along the south coast. This, it says, is due to the presence of a low-level jet stream across the central Caribbean. The forecast for Friday morning is isolated showers across sections of southern and northeastern parishes. In the afternoon, expect cloudy with widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms across sections of most parishes. Tonight, the Met Service is forecasting lingering showers across the island. Now, the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, JCAA, has confirmed an incident involving an American Airlines plane at the Norman Manley International Airport on Thursday night. Director General of the authority, Lieutenant Colonel Oscar Darby, told our news center that the aircraft, which was on its way from Miami, damaged two edge lights on the runway as it landed.
Approximately 9:30 last night, it did not come off the runway, but it veered to one side of the runway, causing damage to two edge lights of the runway, but corrected and got back in place and to the ramp where it has been parked safely.
Colonel Darby says no injuries were reported. He says there has been no report of damage to the aircraft.
The matter is under investigation by the CAA to see the extent of the problem, what may have caused it, etc. But it was in bad weather. We won't know until we conduct a full investigation into the matter.
Lieutenant Colonel Oscar Darby, Director General of the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority. The Transport Authority is recommending that local ride-sharing taxi companies already compliant with its rules be exempt from the ban imposed on all players in the transport subsector. The authority made the call in a statement on Thursday. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
On Tuesday, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz ordered local telecommunications companies to ban all ride-sharing applications with immediate effect. This follows concerns over the safety of the services provided through the applications. Earlier this week, skeletal remains believed to be those of 29-year-old primary school teacher Daniel Anglin were found in Salt River, Clarendon. Miss Anglin was reported missing on Monday, May 13. She reportedly took an in-drive taxi on her way to work sometime after 5 a.m. that day. After reviewing the operator's concerns, the Transport Authority recommended removing any restrictions on local ride-hailing operators. This will apply only to those who engage drivers and use vehicles that are compliant with the requirements of the Transport Authority for operating a public passenger service. Managing Director of the Transport Authority, Ralston Smith, says they are satisfied with the systems local operators have in place.
That meeting went very well. We were very satisfied with the kind of mechanisms that we were advised that these entities have in place, especially 876. Having the ability to track the vehicle from start to finish in terms of the journey, and the passenger having the capability to not just track it on his own, but share that information with up to 5-person friends and loved ones alike.
The authority says it will submit to the minister its recommendation regarding those ride-hailing entities that are compliant. It's also recommending increased collaboration between itself and the police to assist in identifying ride-hailing entities that meet proper security standards. International ride-hailing operators will also be required to submit to existing requirements. These will include establishing a local presence in Jamaica and engaging the Transport Authority to facilitate the vetting of potential drivers. The Transport Authority says at present Uber remains the only foreign-based provider to engage in discussions with the government. It says Uber has already submitted a proposal coming out of a series of meetings held before the imposition of the ban. Mr. Smith says the authority still has some further analysis to undertake.
In terms of the way forward, we had mandated them to produce to the Transport Authority information on the number of vehicles and the types of vehicles they have in their fleet, whether or not those vehicles are properly licensed by the Transport Authority. In addition to that, the drivers that they would have engaged to provide the transportation services to the commuting public. At this very moment, I'm awaiting the documents from most, if not all, the entities, but when we should have had them, then we'd have the opportunity to properly peruse their entire arrangement.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, opposition spokesperson on transport, Michael Phillips, says a portfolio minister Darrell Vaz must ensure that those taxi companies that are compliant with the rules set by the Transport Authority are not punished amid moves to regulate the ride-sharing subsector. Mr. Phillips says at least 2 companies have indicated that they possess the relevant licenses under the Transport Act. He adds that another company has contacted him, stating that the ban resulted in their company losing a major contract. Mr. Phillips says that as early as 2 years ago, he raised alarm about the need for a regulatory framework for ride-sharing companies. He believes that despite police concerns, it is the government's responsibility to respond in a way that is fair. He says the government must regulate in such a manner that compliant companies are not placed at a disadvantage. Mr. Phillips says any regulations for the rideshare business must include amendments that define operational standards and service provision, while also speaking to the training and licensing of operators and drivers. Director of Non-Communicable Diseases and Injuries Prevention at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Dr. Tamu Davidson, says Jamaica is ranked in the top 3 for cancer deaths in the region. Dr. Davidson made the revelation on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday as she discussed cancer as a public health burden.
When we looked at cancer, that was the highest premature mortality. And what does that mean? So if you're 30 years old, your risk of dying, for example, in Jamaica is about 8.6% from cancer. And in fact, Jamaica, when you look at the region of the Americas, the latest report that's out from PAHO, Jamaica is in the top 3.
She says there are a number of environmental risk factors that affect premature cancer mortality.
There's delay in persons making a decision to screen or even knowing that they can get screened, and a delay in actually getting or accessing care for screening. So if you look at the common cancers, these are just some of the factors. Then the risk factors that we're looking at, which is driving some of these statistics, include the increase in tobacco use, alcohol use from a global level, and obesity. So obesity is also a critical risk factor within the context of the Caribbean. There are other factors which are not risk behavior related, such as genetic, race as well, and there are other environmental factors that we're trying to examine and look at.
Dr. Tamu Davidson, Director of Non-Communicable Diseases and Injuries Prevention at the Ministry of Health and Wellness. She was speaking at the launch of the Medical Association of Jamaica MAJ 2024 Symposium, being held under the theme Resilience in Healthcare, a Global Imperative. The 4-day symposium is being held in association with the Ministry of Health and Wellness. It started on Thursday and will end on Sunday. And Dr. Davidson says non-communicable diseases, NCDs, are now a global health emergency. She says more younger people are dying from NCDs in the Caribbean.
We are facing a global health emergency, and that's of non-communicable diseases. There's no country that's not impacted. And in fact, this is a problem that we've been facing over a number of years. So yes, we have aging populations, but we know that there's a high prevalence of a lot of the environmental risk factors that are driving these NCDs to explain that. And so when we look at the Caribbean situation, we have the highest premature mortality. So people are dying young from these conditions.
And Dr. Davidson says NCDs have been the leading cause of deaths in Jamaica for decades.
The top 5 causes of death, at least for the past 50, 40 years and the past decade, are around NCDs. And so one of the things that the Ministry of Health has been doing is really improving the infrastructure, improving our approach. So we have the primary healthcare reform, which is the bedrock where we can do the health promotion in that setting and also get people into screening and care early. We're taking a patient-centric approach and a holistic approach to health. So when you come in and interface with a health setting, they're looking at your age, your sex, and tailoring services. In that context, we are also building out our secondary care model as well, and also we're transforming the health sector for this new paradigm shift and this focus on NCDs.
Dr. Tamu Davidson, Director of Non-Communicable Diseases and Injuries Prevention in the Ministry of Health and Wellness. She was speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday. Former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson has criticized the Privy Council's decision, which struck down Jamaica's effort to join the Caribbean Court of Justice CCJ in 2005. Mr. Patterson says while he accepts the ruling in the case, he finds the reasoning of the British judges contemptuous.
I accept the decision of the Privy Council because it is final, not because it is right. Why do I say this? What we lawyers call the ratio decidendi, meaning the reasons for the decision, are fundamentally flawed and indeed reflect a level of contempt which I find repugnant.
In 2003, Patterson's administration passed a series of bills aimed at abolishing appeals to the Privy Council and placing the CCJ as the apex of the Jamaican judiciary. The move was challenged and ultimately struck down at the Privy Council in 2005. Mr. Patterson says the Privy Council's reasoning was undermined by actions of then British Prime Minister Tony Blair.
The Privy Council was satisfied of the quality of the composition of the court, its protection by a treaty, but it invoked what I call the doctrine of anticipated malevolence. What do I mean? What do they mean by that? Lest one prime minister would go rogue. And they said one prime minister can interfere with the Caribbean court. Everybody knows nobody can interfere with us. Within 1 year of their saying so, Tony Blair changed the entire structure of the English judicial system and abolished the House of Lords as the final appellate court and instead constituted the English Supreme Court.
P.J. Patterson, former Prime Minister of Jamaica. He was speaking at a reasoning session on the recommendations of the Constitutional Reform Committee, CRC, at the UEMONA Faculty of Law on Wednesday. Government Senator Abka Fitz-Henley says examples noted this week by former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson highlight what he says is the unusual nature of the hesitation by opposition leader Mark Golding to renounce his British citizenship. Mr. Patterson told a forum at the University of the West Indies on Wednesday that certain sensitive public office holders in Jamaica should not be dual citizens. He says this is due to the risk of them exposing themselves to accusations of treason. Senator Fitz-Henley says Mr. Patterson's intervention is useful in contextualizing the inappropriate position in which Mark Golding has placed himself.
I note the former Prime Minister said in his view certain sensitive office holders should not have dual allegiances. The former Prime Minister noted the Chief of Defence Staff, the Army Head, as one such position. It's a matter of public record in Jamaica that Prime Ministers are Ministers of Defence. Therefore, if Mr. Patterson's view is given a logical interpretation, it would follow that an individual who aspires to be Minister of Defence should not be a dual citizen. I believe it's too late now, but if Mr. Golding wants to bring back some semblance of dignity to his public posture, he should take heed from the erudite counsel of his political senior.
Senator Fitz-Henley says examples given by Mr. Patterson about the approach taken by two of his former appointees who were dual citizens point the way forward for Mark Golding.
Better yet, there's a word used by Mr. Patterson. 2 words. No hesitation. He said he was about to appoint two people to sensitive positions, and when told it's either or, they had no hesitation in choosing Jamaica. We've heard words from Mark Golding such as, he has to meditate, he has to think about it. It's an emotional matter for him. He has to pray about whether he should choose Jamaica only. Mark Golding's hesitation in choosing Jamaica has done him irreparable harm in the eyes of this proud nation, Jamaica land we love.
Senator Abka Fitzhenley. And that's it for the local segment of the news. Up next, regional and international.
Nationwide 90 FM is at it again. Team Revolution will clear every hurdle and sprint to the finish line as we cover the games of the 33rd Olympiad from Paris, the city of love.
3 meters clear, 5 meters clear, and away he goes. He continues on his way towards another gold medal. 5 gold medals, 5 world records.
Nationwide's coverage is powered by our diamond sponsor, Fosrich, fostering rich customer service across all locations island-wide.
Variety is the spice of life. That's not just true for entertainment, it's true for investing too. While stocks, bonds, and cash are effective, there are other credible investment options out there. These are alternative investments, ranging from digital options like cryptocurrencies to old school investments like gold, real estate, and private equity. You can invest on your own or via a fund with a curated portfolio of investment options.
Visit barita.com/opportunities for more growth coach insights.
In regional and international news this morning, regional news, the Minister of Health and Social Services in Montserrat has announced an outbreak of scabies on the island. The ministry, in a statement on Thursday, said immediate action is necessary to control and prevent further spread. Scabies is a highly contagious skin condition caused by the infestation of the skin by the human itch mite. It is spread through close personal contact with an infected person. This includes skin-to-skin contact or sharing clothing, bedding, and towels. The infection causes a pimple-like rash and intense itching, which is usually more severe at night. The rash may appear on various parts of the body, particularly in folds of the skin. Young children are most at risk of infection. However, persons of any age may be affected by scabies. Members of the public have been advised to closely monitor themselves and others in their care for symptoms of scabies. In international news now, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was on Friday formally elected as the leader of the National Democratic Alliance coalition, which won the most number of seats in the country's national election after his political party failed to win a majority on its own. The 73-year-old leader, who will be sworn in as Prime Minister on Sunday for a rare third term, will now form a coalition government. Modi's Hindu nationalist BJP has governed India as part of the NDA coalition over the past decade. But this is the first time under his leadership that the party has needed support from its regional allies to form a government. Full results from India's 6-week-long election, which began in mid-April, were released Wednesday. The BJP won 240 seats, well below the 272 mark needed for a majority in a stunning upset. Together, the parties in the NDA coalition bagged 293 seats in the 543-member lower house of Parliament. And that's it for regional and international. Up next, sports.
With so much to do in one location, make Megamart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs. Grab a bite and pay some bills. Fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy. All in one amazing location. My Megamart, the best value by far.
Need equipment rental, repair, or sales? The Contractor Center has you covered. We also offer epoxy installation, stamp concrete, and construction chemicals, serving commercial, industrial, construction, and residential industries. Don't let everyday challenges hold you back. Visit us at 26 Shortwood Road or online at contractorcenterja.com or call 876-968-4816.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Time now for your morning sports. The senior reggae boys are today traveling to Russell ahead of their CONCACAF World Cup qualifier against Dominica on Sunday. The reggae boys are joint leaders of the group after beating the Dominican Republic 1-0 in their opening game of the campaign at the National Stadium yesterday. Shamar Nicholson got the lone goal on 16 minutes. Bobby Reed missed an opportunity to increase the lead 10 minutes from time when he failed to convert from the spot. Coach Hamir Helgrimson was happy for the win, but thought Jamaica should have killed the game off.
Given a lot of these players are coming back from not playing, it was kind of given that some of them would not be ready for a competitive match right away. So we can for sure improve from this performance, but the most important thing is that we got the win, we got the 3 points, kept a clean sheet, and that's the most important thing. Of course, we would have wanted to kill the game off, but that's in general how I see the game. What was needed to be done was done.
Hamir Helgrimson, coach of the senior reggae boys, Jamaica are second in the group on goal difference behind Guatemala, who clobbered Dominica 6-0 in their game. 6 English Premier League clubs must sell players before the end of June in order to be compliant with the division's financial rules. June 30 is the final day of the financial year for the Premier League, with clubs having to submit their accounts. If a club has lost more than £105 million over 3 years, or if they spent some time outside the top flight, they are in breach of the profit and sustainability rules. Chelsea, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Everton, Nottingham Forest and Leicester will all be under pressure to sell a player or two. Now defending champions, Manchester Spurs will be seeking their second win of the Red Stripe Flavors Netball Jamaica Elite League at the National Indoor Sports Centre today. The Spurs opened their campaign with a 49-42 win over the St. James Sharps. Captain Giselle Allison says they're eager to take on the St. Catherine Racers.
I think my girls are very excited. I think this is a good thing for us for going into the game, realizing that our players are willing to go out and ready to play. So I think that's a good thing for us.
Giselle Allison. Meanwhile, the Racers are seeking their first win of the season after playing to a 49-49 draw with the St. Anne Orchids in their first match. Captain of the Racers, Dean Thomas, is confident of victory.
It's pro league and everyone is coming hard, but I'm pretty sure at the end of the game that we will be on top.
Dean Thomas. In the day's other game, Kingston Hummingbirds take on St. Andrews Shiners. It's now time for the Nationwide Olympic Fact, sponsored by the Real Estate Board and the Commission of Strata Corporations.
This is Nationwide's Olympic Facts, brought to you by the Real Estate Board and the Commission of Strata Corporations.
Did you know that Jamaican athletes competed in 3 sporting disciplines at our first Olympic Games in 1948, 12 years after becoming an IOC member? Yes, that's a fact. Jamaica sent a delegation of 29 athletes to the 1948 Summer Games in London, where we competed in 3 disciplines: boxing, weightlifting, and track and field.
That was Nationwide's Olympic Facts. Brought to you by the Real Estate Board and the Commission of Strata Corporations.
And that's it for your morning sports.
The Development Bank of Jamaica wants to see more businesses, more job creation, and better opportunities for people across Jamaica. That's why since day one, we've been dedicated to facilitating economic growth and development across all sectors, while providing funding and technical assistance to MSMEs, projects, and other businesses through our strong partnerships. Because helping to build better businesses helps to build a better Jamaican economy for everyone. Visit us at dbankjm.com for more info. DBJ, the business builder.
In business this morning, the European Central Bank, ECB, cut its key interest rate Thursday by a quarter point. The ECB cut its benchmark rate to 3.75% from a record high of 4% at a meeting of the bank's 26-member rate-setting council in Frankfurt. This moved it ahead of the U.S. Federal Reserve as central banks around the world lean toward lowering borrowing costs. That's a shift with far-reaching consequences for home buyers, savers, and investors. Speaking afterwards at a news conference, ECB President Christine Lagarde said inflation had eased enough for the central bank to start lowering rates. Now, Indian opposition leader Rahul Gandhi has demanded an investigation into a stock market crash that hit investors at the end of the general election. He accused top BJP leaders of making misleading predictions about stock prices surging after June 4, the day the results were announced. Gandhi from the Congress Party claimed that Prime Minister Narendra Modi encouraged people to buy stocks before this, which led to them losing money when the market crashed. Modi's party, the BJP, has denied the allegations. Gandhi has demanded that a joint parliamentary committee investigate the alleged scam and the role of Mr. Modi and senior ministers. Finally now, in foreign exchange trading this morning, the Jamaican dollar has gained 10 cents and will open trading today, selling for an average $156.25 against the benchmark U.S. dollar. The Jamaican dollar has gained $1.37 and will open trading today, selling for an average $114.64 against the Canadian. And finally, the Jamaican dollar has lost 96 cents and will open trading this morning, selling for an average $199.37 against the British pound. That's it for business this morning.
For all your musical needs, visit the Music Mart, the most complete music store in Jamaica. Telephone 876-960-7712. The time brought to you by the Music Mart is
6:31.
Attention engine enthusiasts in Jamaica. Did you know that Lucalza Caribbean is the only authorized distributor of Chevron lubricants? Lucalza has been the trusted partner for Chevron lubricants in Jamaica for over 13 years, offering the full range of Chevron and Texaco products including Ursa, Haviland, Supreme, Delo, and more. For peace of mind and superior engine care, trust the Chevron lubricants portfolio, distributed by Lucalza Caribbean and their network of reliable resellers. Don't compromise your engine performance. Drive with Chevron. Drive with confidence.
Touching lives every day, so many different ways, a part of all you do. Sagicor will make you feel secure. reaching out for more. We'll always see you through. Reach for more. Whatever you're dreaming, whatever your goals, will help you achieve them. You're never alone. Taking care of today's needs, take care of tomorrow's dreams. Every day helping you succeed. That's what Sagicor means. Today's needs, tomorrow's dreams. Sagicor.
Drive Hyundai vehicles beyond your dreams with an exclusive 5.99% interest rate. Yes, shop Hyundai vehicles and get a super low 5.99% interest rate on your car loan. Plus 2 years free service, 1 year insurance, and 5 years warranty. Offer valid on all 2024 Hyundai vehicles. Drive your Hyundai with the lowest interest, 5.99%. Conditions apply.
This is an important announcement from the National Water Commission. The NWC wishes to advise that urgent rehabilitation works will be carried out at the Curito Hill Well Facility in Clarendon from Monday, June 3 to Friday, June 14, 2024. The works will affect customers in Curito Hill, Canaan Heights, Hazard, Trenton Road, Inglewood, Sunny Acres, Paisley Avenue, Chateau, Coates Pen, Hunts Pen, Savannah Cross, and Burnt Ground. In the interim, the NWC will be implementing alternate measures to supply piped water to the impacted areas. Customers may also request trucked water by contacting 888-225-5692. The NWC regrets any inconvenience caused and craves the patience and understanding of its valued customers. That was an important announcement from the National Water Commission.
Don't have no time to invest myself in a evil. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African. Together are we better one. We survive through any pain, and through obstacles we maintain. Through thick and thin, we're in everything. 60 yard that counting. They tell you about my little island. The whole place just a shine like a diamond. Let me tell you about Port Trial, like Key Blue Lagoon in a Portland. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African. Together are we best weapon. So many stories have been told about the black, the green, the gold. And as history unfolds, we've been playing the leading role. Welcome to the reggae island. You can't take with you no simple Simon. Cause no we don't nice like Jam One, and the sweetest spot in the Caribbean. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, wherever you are. This is Nationwide this morning on this Friday. My name is George Davis.
I'm Saeed Badarta for the morning to you, our listeners, viewers, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Yeah, getting the kids ready for school and boiling your tea, brewing your coffee, all of them things there. Yeah? Big up yourself. It's Friday morning. And it's a cool Friday morning, actually. By the way, you enjoyed the rain last night? You enjoyed the rain last night?
Very much so, my friend.
Well, you
Very
enjoyed it
so.
more than I could.
Very much so.
Hush King. Jado Star.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord. Is something at the car door?
I was at
In a big car over there too. Can't go with you, my G. Can't go with you.
I was at the actually the worst part of the rain caught me on the road at about 9 p.m. I went to a little off the record briefing at the U.S. Public Affairs head's home with some other journalists, and we had a very nice time. Saw Faye Ellington, who was in fine form, drinking several glasses of lemonade morning and tiffany, and she walked straight to it, so she good. And then when we were leaving about 9, brethren, I passed 3 cars stalled. See, you come down Russell Heights, you turn left to go up Barbican Road to come around. Yeah, man. 3 Bose car. One time I said, wait, that's how you that. Yeah, Porsche. Porsche Star, the king. In the way the last night.
The Porsche Star?
Yeah, man, the road filled with water. No, the road full of water. So between there and top of Lady Musgrave at TJF, 3 cars stalled.
The road is flooding away.
Yeah, man. Kingston never have that problem.
Yeah, of course you would.
In the beast.
In the gas.
Well, let me tell you this one. Auntie Barbara yesterday. Auntie Barbara called me upon a matter, so me and her talk.
Yeah.
So she said she was leaving out. So she said, boy, the weather was, bad and thing. So I said, drive carefully. She said, well, thank you for that word, but, when you drive an AMG, I said, all right, Auntie Barbara, pick up yourself.
Handles the road
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. We should tell them, Saeed, that the song that they heard at the top was from Pepita Little, our very own Pepita Little. This is her entry in the JCDC Festival Song Competition. And not because she's one of our own. Nah lie. This song, buzzy bad. It buzzy. Play it again, Mr. King.
And we are champions, sweet Jamaican. That's we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaican, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions, sweet Jamaican. That's we are African, together are we better one. We survive through any pain, and through obstacles we maintain. Through thick and thin, we win everything. 60 yard and counting. Me tell you about my little island. The whole place just a shine like a diamond. Let me tell you about Port Royal, like Key Blue Lagoon in a Portland. Come on, Jamaican, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions, sweet Jamaican. Pata we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaican, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions, sweet Jamaican.
Yes, Saeed, so
Pata we are African.
we know you have ample resources, so we expect you to be buying a lot of credit and voting plenty times for Pepita. So yeah, I'm unashamedly telling the listeners that you must vote for this entry in the JCDC Festival Song Competition because it is a sweet song. Yeah. Why should you vote? Why they should vote? I wonder. Do you know why you should vote? This is why you should vote.
I make my decision. This you got to understand that we must all live as one. So many times we have been victimized, and so many times they try to criticize.
We are one big family. Not family, no. Family. Man, I mix it in it. Don't pull it, Mr. King. Don't pull it.
Cause we are one big family.
That's why you should vote. One big nationwide family. The 4%ers. Yeah, I'm calling all the 4%ers and directing them to vote. Go out in your numbers and vote. Wherever people are standing in Jamaica or anywhere in the world, wherever 5 people are standing, one of them must at least be a 4%er. Alright? Yeah. PMP style.
Don't have no time to invest yourself in a evil. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions, sweet Jamaican. Pata we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions, sweet Jamaican. Pata we are African, together are we better one. We survive through any pain, and through obstacles we maintain. Through thick and thin, we win everything. 60 yard and counting. Me tell you about my little island. The whole place just a shine like a diamond. Let me tell you about Port Royal, like he Blue Lagoon in a Portland. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, firm in a Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African. Together are we best weapon. So many stories have been told about the black, the green, the gold. And as history unfolds, we've been playing the leading role. Welcome to the reggae island. You can't take with you no simple Simon. Cause no we don't nice like Jam One. And the sweetest spot in the Caribbean. Come on Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, firm in a the Gideon. Come on Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African.
No, that song you have a buzz still. That song you have a buzz. Song you have a buzz.
7 Mile Beach, where me get my steam fish. Down in a
Get it, turn it up.
St. Elizabeth, the bread basket carry. We climb Blue Mountain, the Pan Village. Oh, what a peace and niceness like this.
No man, that part are bad. That parish part, yeah. I hate man.
Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, firm in a Gideon. Come on Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African. Together are we best friends. Come on Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, firm in a Gideon. Come on Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions.
Go out and vote. Go out and vote. Alright, come in, come vote.
Before the time done though, this month is mental health month for men. Men's mental health month. Yeah. So man, they make up on yourself, you know, do the proper practices. If you need to go to therapy, go. Just do what you need to do. Yeah. World already hard. It's hard being a man. So do enough to do. Yeah.
You know, thankfully, I say thankfully, and I always cross my fingers when I say it. I've never had one of those moments up to this point in my life. Thankfully, I've never had. You know, you have friends that tell you that boy they were at a dark place, and then you see their behavior, how it has changed, and you know that they have struggles with mental health issues. Thankfully, I've never, ever, I don't know, and a lot of us who have my experience, we take it for granted, and so we give short shrift to those who say they have those struggles dealing with. Yeah. And so having a life free of those issues causes people to be insensitive, and
Absolutely.
I don't want them to be insensitive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Real thing. So look upon yourself, you know. I hope if there are any events around concerning it that you all attend, and ladies, you know, be extra kind this month. Yeah, be extra kind.
Yeah, man.
So that's that.
Yeah.
June is Men's Mental Health Month. And I think, you know, as men, we need to have more, you know, events surrounding this thing, because enough people are struggling, George.
Yeah, man.
Trust and believe. We have some people among us, and the thing is, you won't look on them and see it, but trust me, a lot of people.
Speaking of that,
yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. You see, George, the thing is, I'm used to this.
Yes.
I'm used to this and built for this. So, yeah, I mean, you might have down times, and sometimes you think about it. But, and that's another thing. You see, support system, next to none. And the nationwide support system, we are family, next to none. So, yeah, man, I'm good. Take things a day at a time, George. Day at a time. And I learn from older folks, and I apply it to my life, and I move on. Yeah, man.
Well, you know, it is always necessary. It's the question we don't ask as men. And for those of us who have friends in high places, so as a journalist, you're calling your friend in the PNP to ask them so-and-so, you're calling your friend in the JLP to ask them so-and-so, you're calling minister so-and-so, you're calling spokesperson so-and-so to ask them about certain things. One of the things we rarely do is say, yo, how you do? You all right?
Yeah.
It's very rare that we ask our friends these questions.
And not only that, but sometimes, you know, we have a colloquial saying, you're good, but do we ever stop to say, no, I'm seriously ask if you're actually good? You know, because I find that it becomes a part of our greetings to the extent where you say, you know, you're good? Yeah, man, we're good. It's almost a greeting. It's unexpected back and forth there. But sometimes, you know, I stop and I say, no, man, bro, you're actually good, you know, because a lot of the times we just say we're good because it's just a thing to say.
Well,
you know,
we had a certain conversation in the WhatsApp group yesterday, and Ricardo Brooks had a flashback of trauma. Yeah, Tana is in the chat. What is Tana saying in the chat now? Tana, we'd put the quiz. Tana, we have played the tune this morning. Tana, oh gosh, come now. Nong, as Peanut Dread would say. We take the break right now, Mr. King, and I was saying to you that Ricardo yesterday. You need to check on Ricardo because. We put something in the group yesterday and Ricardo had a flashback, and boy, the group went into meltdown after that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so the ladies are waiting to see him today to give him a communal hug, a group hug.
Communal hug.
The ladies love Ricky, you know.
Yeah, man.
So they want to show Ricky
fresh.
Yeah, Ricky
No, Ricky Flex. Yeah, Ricky Flex.
Ricky
Flex.
All right.
Don't have no time for invest myself in a evil. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet Jamaican, Tata we are African. Permina the Gideon.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
11 minutes to 7 o'clock.
Cool loans, I'll lend you 500 grand. We buy appliances and electrons. All flexible, payment plan. Yeah, man, a hot cash. Hot. I hope to 500 grand. Yeah, man, a hot cash. $500,000 that make you rich fast. 100 grand for buy steel and black. 200 for furniture, laptop. 200 for keep birthday bash. Yeah, money loan hot. Get a cool loan to purchase all your electronics, furnitures, and appliances at coolmarket.com.
At Design Privacy, we value relationships. Join our exclusive open DPO community and interact with privacy professionals. Share ideas, insightful challenges, and build career-boosting connections with expert advice at your fingertips. Get access to specialized tools, exclusive workshops, and case studies. Enjoy unparalleled networking. Join Design Privacy's open DPO community to expand your expertise and excel in your career. Visit opendpocommunity.com today and take your data privacy skills to the next level.
Azen Super Center in Midtown Crossroads, a place you've come to know and trust for quality and the best prices. Now, come see our expanded range of products, fine furnishings, kitchenware, your smart TVs, and all things electronics, and the latest in curtains, bed linen, and bathroom accessories. It's the new and expanded Azen Super Center in Midtown Crossroads with convenient, safe, and free parking. Shop with a smile at Azen Super Center.
To seize opportunities on your business horizon, you need tailored financing solutions from a partner that takes the time to understand your business. Sagicor Investments. We offer mid-sized to large corporations the debt and equity financing solutions they need to drive growth. Backed by the strength of Sagicor Group, one of the largest financial conglomerates in the region, you can be confident that we will deliver. Make your business move with Sagicor Investments. Contact our capital markets unit at 888 Sagicor.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
8 minutes up to 7 o'clock. It's time for Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Good morning, Ludlow. Ludlow.
I'm hearing you.
Oh, just checking.
I'm hearing.
Good morning, Ludlow. What's up?
Said?
Yeah, man.
What
The boat, you know.
The mental thing, I may tell you.
Are you good, Ludlow? Are you good?
Well, sometimes good, not always good.
But you do your best. All right.
That is it. Anyway, this morning, it's we had some lovely, we had some rain yesterday, heavy rain. And I believe mostly in the east. I don't know what's happening in the other parishes, but there is also rain. But the roads are filled with water, pools of water everywhere. So one thing I'm asking, motorists, just be, careful not to splash these pedestrians and our commuters. It will, cause some problems. But I can tell you from now, the traffic has built up already. So anywhere you're going, if you're coming from off that north-south highway onto the Mandela, you're going to have traffic. If you're coming out of Portmore, it's traffic. Whether you're coming from the Municipal Boulevard, to get onto the Mandela Highway, you're going to have traffic. Most of the traffic is eastbound, heading towards 6 miles. And on the boulevard, wow, lots of traffic heading on Washington Boulevard, all the way out. So if you're coming out of Duane Drive, you're coming out of Kenyon Drive, or any of these areas, you're going to have traffic. Traffic is going all the way to the next intersection, Moline Boulevard, and going towards London. So Street, the same, quite easy. Coming up past the Park Road, all these areas. So those of you who are making it from like Acadia or Rustlight onto Barbican Road, you also have traffic. So most of these sides have traffic and still a lot of pools of water, I remind. So be careful. It's our first post for the morning until 7:18. Back to you, Heath.
Thank you so much, Ludlow. That's Street Smart. Up next, the word of the day.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
Alright, your word of the day is spelled Dumbledore. That's Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Dumbledore. Dumbledore.
So the word of the day is Dumbledore. Dumbledore. And it's a noun, means bumblebee. So I'm guessing it's a type of bumblebee. Yeah, so bumblebee. Dumbledore, yes, and a bumblebee is it's any of several large, hairy social bees of the family. Yeah.
So. Yeah, that pollinate with the hairs on their body. Dumbledore, isn't that the name of a character from one of those fantasy epics? Like, is it Harry Potter? I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah,
I think so.
Dumbledore, yeah. I think this word has something to do with Harry Potter. But an example of using it, the Dumbledore buzzed happily among the flowers, collecting nectar.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's how
Dumbledore.
Yeah.
That's your word of the day. You have your features at the top of the hour. We have the news.
Let's talk about the ways you can best ready your body and mind when you're trying to conceive. In parenting tips today, how to prepare your body for pregnancy. Here are some of the steps to consider. Catalog your family history. Your family's health issues can become your health issues, or at least play a part in the way your doctor addresses your questions about fertility. Certain hereditary cancers like breast cancer, ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, and uterine cancer can impact fertility. Other health issues, too, may have an impact, such as diabetes, hypertension, or blood clotting disorders. Start tracking your ovulation. You might not yet know much about your fertile window, the time of the month when you can get pregnant. Enter ovulation tracking, which can be done through various methods. For example, phone apps. Start taking prenatal vitamins. The best time to get in the habit of taking a prenatal vitamin is before you're pregnant. Prenatals help sustain and nourish both you and eventually the little life growing inside of you. Get a handle on your stress. There's a lot of value in stress reduction that can impact your overall well-being, which can affect your fertility. High stress levels can also have a direct impact on your menstrual cycle. This can cause you to stop having a period or even to have your period too often, which can affect your ability to get pregnant. Optimize your diet. If you've been meaning to up your eating habits, now's the time to revamp them. Try embracing a diet that trends toward lower carbohydrate intake, increased intake of protein and healthy fats, lots of fruits and vegetables. Quit smoking. Smoking is a known risk factor for infertility. Anything we take in, such as cigarettes or marijuana, goes into the bloodstream and transits through the body. All of the compounds in cigarette smoke end up deposited throughout the body, including the ovaries. Scale back on caffeine. Try limiting yourself to no more than 2 caffeinated beverages, including coffee, tea, and soda, per day when you're trying to conceive. Talk to your doctor about your medications. A range of medications can affect your ability to conceive and can have an impact on your fetus once you become pregnant. If you're trying for pregnancy, review your prescription medication list with your physician and ask, do any of these have any impact on pregnancy? That's it for parenting tips. Until next time.
Fearless and fair. Nationwide 90 FM.
They will get loud if they can't have their own way, screaming, kicking, and dragging themselves on the ground. I know you're tempted to scold them. On Lifestyle Pages today, tips on how to discipline your child in public. I'm Tana. It can be the most embarrassing thing when your child is rude in public and throws a tantrum that captures the attention of so many people who will stare at you. First, explain to your child from home what you're going to do and stick to it. Give your child alternatives. Children need help with replacing an undesirable behavior with something new that will help them control themselves. Reward and punishment. Put meaningful rewards in place for good behavior and for bad. These punishments should not involve spanking and should be age appropriate. Nip it in the bud. Consistently enforce punishment. If you wait until later or only do it sometimes, then you will not see behavioral changes. Most importantly, you as the adult need to stay calm at all times. Don't shout, don't argue, and never give up. I'm Tana, and those were your Lifestyle Pages.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
From Negril Point to Morant Bay, a little kindness can go a far way. The time by the Jamaica Information Service is...
News time, 7 o'clock.
If you need to build it, plumb it, weld it, pave it, or power it, National Supply has it. Get the best brands for the job at Jamaica's Industrial Hardware Superstore. Kingston Normal Bay. The temperature by National Supply is...
27 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 26 southwest in Montego Bay.
The most credible news in the morning. The news at 7 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Coming up in the news at 7 for this morning, Friday, June 7, 2024. The Met Service says more rains expected today. Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority says there were no injuries or damage to an American Airlines plane which had trouble landing at the Norman Manley International Airport. Jamaica is in the top 3 in the world for cancer deaths. And in international news, India's Modi elected as leader of coalition and set to form new government. The details after the break.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
For the details, I'm Tona Thomas. A trough is lingering across Jamaica and is expected to produce occasional showers and isolated thunderstorm activity throughout today. The Met Service says persons should expect windy conditions to begin on Saturday, especially along the south coast. This, it says, is due to the presence of a low-level jet stream across the central Caribbean. The forecast for Friday morning is isolated showers across sections of southern and northeastern parishes. In the afternoon, expect cloudy with widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms across sections of most parishes. Tonight, the Met Service is forecasting lingering showers across the island. Now, the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, JCAA, has confirmed an incident involving an American Airlines plane at the Norman Manley International Airport on Thursday night. Chairman of the authority, Lieutenant Colonel Oscar Darby, told our news center that the aircraft, which was on its way from Miami, damaged two edge lights on the runway as it landed.
Approximately 9:30 last night, it did not come off the runway, but it veered to one side of the runway, causing damage to two edge lights of the runway, but corrected and got back in place and to the ramp where it has been parked safely.
Colonel Darby says no injuries were reported. He says there has been no report of damage to the aircraft.
The matter is under investigation by the CAA to see the extent of the problem, what may have caused it, etc. But it was in bad weather. We won't know until we conduct a full investigation into the matter.
Lieutenant Colonel Oscar Darby, chairman of the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority. The Transport Authority is recommending that local ride-sharing taxi companies already compliant with its rules be exempt from the ban imposed on all players in the transport subsector. The authority made the call in a statement on Thursday. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
On Tuesday, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz ordered local telecommunications companies to ban all ride-sharing applications with immediate effect. This follows concerns over the safety of the services provided through the applications. Earlier this week, skeletal remains believed to be those of 29-year-old primary school teacher Daniel Anglin were found in Salt River, Clarendon. Ms. Anglin was reported missing on Monday, May 13. She reportedly took an in-drive taxi on her way to work sometime after 5 a.m. that day. After reviewing the operator's concerns, the Transport Authority recommended removing any restrictions on local ride-hailing operators. This will apply only to those who engage drivers and use vehicles that are compliant with the requirements of the Transport Authority for operating a public passenger service. Managing Director of the Transport Authority, Ralston Smith, says they are satisfied with the systems local operators have in place.
That meeting went very well. We were very satisfied with the kind of mechanisms that we were advised that these entities have in place, especially 876. Having the ability to track the vehicle from start to finish in terms of the journey, and the passenger having the capability to not just track it on his own, but share that information with up to 5-person friends and loved ones alike.
The authority says it will submit to the minister its recommendation regarding those ride-hailing entities that are compliant. It's also recommending increased collaboration between itself and the police to assist in identifying ride-hailing entities that meet proper security standards. International ride-hailing operators will also be required to submit to existing requirements. These will include establishing a local presence in Jamaica and engaging the Transport Authority to facilitate the vetting of potential drivers. The Transport Authority says at present Uber remains the only foreign-based provider to engage in discussions with the government. It says Uber has already submitted a proposal coming out of a series of meetings held before the imposition of the ban. Mr. Smith says the authority still has some further analysis to undertake.
In terms of the way forward, we had mandated them to produce to the Transport Authority information on the number of vehicles and the types of vehicles they have in their fleet, whether or not those vehicles are properly licensed by the Transport Authority. In addition to that, the drivers that they would have engaged to provide the transportation services to the commuting public. At this very moment, I'm awaiting the documents from most, if not all, the entities, but when we should have had them, then we'd have the opportunity to properly peruse their entire arrangement.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, opposition spokesperson on transport, Michael Phillips, says the Portfolio Minister Darrell Vaz must ensure that those taxi companies that are compliant with the rules set by the Transport Authority are not punished amid moves to regulate the ride-sharing sub-sector. Mr. Phillips says at least 2 companies have indicated that they possess the relevant licenses under the Transport Act. He adds that another company has contacted him, stating that the ban ban resulted in their company losing a major contract. Mr. Phillips says that as early as 2 years ago, he raised alarm about the need for the regulatory framework for ride-sharing companies. He believes that despite police concerns, it is the government's responsibility to respond in a way that is fair. He says the government must regulate in such a manner that compliant companies are not placed at a disadvantage. Mr. Phillips says any regulations for the rideshare business must include amendments that define operational standards and service provision, while also speaking to the training and licensing of operators and drivers. Director of Non-Communicable Diseases and Injuries Prevention at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Dr. Tamu Davidson, says Jamaica is ranked in the top 3 for cancer deaths in the region. Dr. Davidson made the revelation on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday as she discussed cancer as a public health burden.
When we looked at cancer, that was the highest premature mortality. And what does that mean? So if you're 30 years old, your risk of dying, for example, in Jamaica is about 8.6% from cancer. And in fact, Jamaica, when you look at the region of the Americas, the latest report that's out from PAHO, Jamaica is in the top 3.
She says there are a number of environmental risk factors that affect premature cancer mortality.
There's delay in persons making a decision to screen or even knowing that they can get screened, and a delay in actually getting or accessing care for screening. So if you look at the common cancers, these are just some of the factors. Then the risk factors that we're looking at, which is driving some of these statistics, include the increase in tobacco use, alcohol use from a global level, and obesity. So obesity is also a critical risk factor within the context of the Caribbean. There are other factors which are not risk behavior related, such as genetic, race as well, and there are other environmental factors that we're trying to examine and look at.
Dr. Tamu Davidson, Director of Non-Communicable Diseases and Injuries Prevention at the Ministry of Health and Wellness. She was speaking at the launch of the Medical Association of Jamaica MAJ 2024 Symposium, being held under the theme Resilience in Healthcare, a Global Imperative. The 4-day symposium is being held in association with the Ministry of Health and Wellness. It started on Thursday and will end on Sunday. And Dr. Davidson says non-communicable diseases, NCDs, are now a global health emergency. She says more younger people are dying from NCDs in the Caribbean.
We are facing a global health emergency, and that's of non-communicable diseases. There's no country that's not impacted. And in fact, this is a problem that we've been facing over a number of years. So yes, we have aging populations, but we know that there's a high prevalence of a lot of the environmental risk factors that are driving these NCDs to explain that. And so when we look at the Caribbean situation, we have the highest premature mortality. So people are dying young from these conditions.
Dr. Davidson says NCDs have been the leading cause of deaths in Jamaica for decades.
The top 5 causes of death, at least for the past 50, 40 years and the past decade, are around NCDs. And so one of the things that the Ministry of Health has been doing is really improving the infrastructure, improving our approach. So we have the primary healthcare reform, which is the bedrock where we can do the health promotion in that setting and also get people into screening and care early. We're taking a patient-centric approach and a holistic approach to health. So when you're coming and interface with a health setting, they're looking at your age, your sex, and tailoring services. In that context, we are also building out our secondary care model as well, and also we're transforming the health sector for this new paradigm shift and this focus on NCDs.
Dr. Tamu Davidson, Director of Non-Communicable Diseases and Injuries Prevention at the Ministry of Health and Wellness. She was speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday. Former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson has criticized the Privy Council's decision, which struck down Jamaica's efforts to join the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, in 2005. Mr. Patterson says while he accepts the ruling in the case, he finds the reasoning of the British judges contemptuous.
I accept the decision of the Privy Council because it is final, not because it is right. Why do I say this? What we lawyers call the ratio decidendi, meaning the reasons for the decision, are fundamentally flawed and indeed reflect a level of contempt which I find repugnant.
In 2003, Patterson's administration passed a series of bills aimed at abolishing appeals to the Privy Council and placing the CCJ at the apex of the Jamaican judiciary. The move was challenged and ultimately struck down at the Privy Council in 2005. Mr. Patterson says the Privy Council's reasoning was undermined by actions of then British Prime Minister Tony Blair.
The Privy Council was satisfied of the quality of the composition of the court, its protection by a treaty, but it invoked what I call the doctrine of anticipated malevolence. What do I mean? What do they mean by that? Lest one prime minister would go rogue. And they said one prime minister can interfere with the Caribbean court. Everybody knows nobody can interfere with us. Within 1 year of their saying so, Tony Blair changed the entire structure of the English judicial system and abolished the House of Lords as the final appellate court and instead constituted the English Supreme Court.
PJ Patterson, former Prime Minister of Jamaica. He was speaking at a reasoning session on the recommendations of the Constitutional Reform Committee, CRC, at the UMona Faculty of Law on Wednesday. Government Senator Abka Fitzhenley says examples noted this week by former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson highlight what he says is the unusual nature of the hesitation by opposition leader Mark Golding to renounce his British citizenship. Mr. Patterson told a forum at the University of the West Indies on Wednesday that certain sensitive public office holders in Jamaica should not be dual citizens. He says this is due to the risk of them exposing themselves to accusations of treason. Senator Fitzhenley says Mr. Patterson's intervention is useful in contextualizing the inappropriate position in which Mark Golding has placed himself.
I note the former Prime Minister said in his view certain sensitive office holders should not have dual allegiances. The former Prime Minister noted the Chief of Defence Staff, the Army Head, as one such position. It's a matter of public record in Jamaica that Prime Ministers are Ministers of Defence. Therefore, if Mr. Patterson's view is given a logical interpretation, it would follow that an individual who aspires to be Minister of Defence should not be a dual citizen. I believe it's too late now, but if Mr. Golding wants to bring back some semblance of dignity to his public posture, he should take heed from the erudite counsel of his political senior.
Senator Fitzhenley says examples given by Mr. Patterson about the approach taken by two of his former appointees who were dual citizens point the way forward for Mr. Golding.
Better yet, there's a word used by Mr. Patterson. 2 words. No hesitation. He said he was about to appoint 2 people to sensitive positions, and when told it's either or, they had no hesitation in choosing Jamaica. We've heard words from Mark Golding such as he has to meditate. He has to think about it. It's an emotional matter for him. He has to pray about whether he should choose Jamaica only. Mark Golding's hesitation in choosing Jamaica has done him irreparable harm in the eyes of this proud nation, Jamaica land we love.
Senator Abka Fitzhenley. And in international news now, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was on Friday formally elected as the leader of the National Democratic Alliance coalition, which won the most number of seats in the country's national election after his political party failed to win a majority on its own. The 73-year-old leader, who will be sworn in as Prime Minister on Sunday for a rare 3rd term, will now form a coalition government. Modi's Hindu nationalist BJP has governed India as part of the NDA coalition over the past decade, but this is the first time under his leadership that the party has needed support from its regional allies to form a government. Full results from India's 6-week-long election which began in mid-April, were released Wednesday. The BJP won 240 seats, well below the 272 mark needed for majority in a stunning upset. Together, the parties in the NDA coalition bagged 293 seats in the 543-member lower house of Parliament. And that's it for the news at 7. I'm Tona Thomas.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
7:17.
Employers, mark your calendars. The annual Employers Return, SO2, originally due March 31, 2024, is now due on April 2, 2024. File online at jamaicatax.gov.jm. Contact 888 Tax Help for more assistance. The temperature by Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better, is
29 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 28 out west in Montego Bay.
To seize opportunities on your business horizon, you need tailored financing solutions from a partner that takes the time to understand your business. Sagicor Investments. We offer mid-sized to large corporations the debt and equity financing solutions they need to drive growth. Backed by the strength of Sagicor Group, one of the largest financial conglomerates in the region, you can be confident that we will deliver. Make your business move with Sagicor Investments. Contact our capital markets unit at 888 Sagicor.
The best Burger King with the best tasting burger under the sun. You deserve the best. You are number one. Best. Flame grilling, juicy whopper, cause you deserve it. Yeah, next level, awesome. That's how we serve it. Mama menu done your way. You got the taste rules every day. Flame grilled goodness, you deserve it. Great taste, well done. More flavor, fresh Burger King, best tasting burger under the sun.
Drive Hyundai Hyundai vehicles beyond your dreams with an exclusive 5.99% interest rate. Yes, shop Hyundai Hyundai vehicles and get a super low 5.99% interest rate on your car loan. Plus 2 years free service, 1 year insurance, and 5 years warranty. Offer valid on all 2024 Hyundai Hyundai vehicles. Drive your Hyundai with the lowest interest 5.99%. Conditions apply.
Accelerate your career with the right ally. Mona School of Business and Management. Explore our suite of highly ranked, specialized, globally competitive graduate degrees, including our internationally accredited MBA program. At MSBM, we nurture critical thinkers and innovative leaders, placing our graduates in a league of their own. Join the community of trailblazers making an impact at home and abroad. Apply online today. Global knowledge, regional solutions.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
That time of the morning when we get our second report of Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Hey to you, Ludlow.
Good morning, Tona.
Hey to you.
All right. Hey to all our listeners, or motoring public, or YouTubers, all everyone on there on WhatsApp. You know, you're all tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. It's still overcast, and you know, meteorology is such an interesting subject in that it tells you about the weather, the forecast, the reading, and everything. And it's still wet on our roads, and we urge our motorists to be very careful. Don't drive that normal. No excessive speeding. And what is interesting is that there's a gap in terms of vehicular flow. It means that maybe some people would have left earlier and some maybe contemplating leaving later. So consequently, it's not too bad depending on where you are. Those of you who are coming from the eastern side, you're leaving places like Bull Bay, 8 miles, 7 miles, you know, the Wiki Waki area, Copacabana, heading on towards 7 miles there. It's pretty good going all the way towards Harborview, and then heading towards the Sir Florissant Glasgow Highway. It's pretty good going also, but just be careful of pools of water on the westbound side coming towards Harborview. But continuing out to Michael Manley Boulevard is pretty good going, and going further on to Port Royal Street. Going up Mountain View from Widowed Road, not too bad either. smooth sailing all the way up in Mountain View, but be careful. Some motorists are indecisive. They're not so sure what they want to do, so sometimes the indicators are on and off, and it makes life uncertain, for the driver. So be careful of what you do. But going further along Authorwind, pretty good going, no problems as you make your along Authorwind. If you're making that turn on Roosevelt Avenue, formerly, Urban Kennedy Drive, it's pretty good going all the way. So it's not too bad at all. You'll see a number of vehicles slowing low, but don't worry, it's pretty good going so far. The heaviest one I can tell you so far is really coming around Barbican. But even then, you can make your way. East Kings House Road, it's bumper to bumper now. But as I said, in some areas, it's pretty good going, but some areas, it's building now. So it's our second report for the morning. Obviously, as a great weekend. At Street Smart, your safety is all concerned. Donna, take it away.
Thank you so much, Ludlow, for that second report. And the final for the week of Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Up next, the front page.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
Front Page is brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business. For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business. .25 on the clock, Saeed Bernard.
And we're on the front page. We turn our eyes to the Transport Authority and rideshare recommendations. The Transport Authority is recommending that local ride-sharing companies already compliant with its rules be exempt from the ban imposed on all players in the transport sub-sector. The authority made the call in a statement on Thursday. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
On Tuesday, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz ordered local telecommunications companies to ban all ride-sharing applications with immediate effect. This follows concerns over the safety of the services provided through the applications. Earlier this week, skeletal remains believed to be those of 29-year-old primary school teacher Daniel Anglin were found in Salt River, Clarendon. Miss Anglin was reported missing on Monday, May 13. She reportedly took an in-drive taxi on her way to work sometime after 5 a.m. that day. After reviewing the operator's concerns, the Transport Authority recommended removing any restrictions on local ride-hailing operators. This will apply only to those who engage drivers and use vehicles that are compliant with the requirements of the Transport Authority for operating a public passenger service. Managing Director of the Transport Authority, Ralston Smith, says they are satisfied with the systems local operators have in place.
That meeting went very well. We were very satisfied with the kind of mechanisms that we were advised that these entities have in place, especially 876. Having the ability to track the vehicle from start to finish in terms of the journey, and the passenger having the capability to not just track it on his own, but share that information with up to 5 person friends and loved ones alike.
The authority says it will submit to the minister its recommendation regarding those ride-hailing entities that are compliant. It's also recommending increased collaboration between itself and the police to assist in identifying ride-hailing entities that meet proper security standards. International ride-hailing operators will also be required to submit to existing requirements. These will include establishing a local presence in Jamaica and engaging the Transport Authority to facilitate the vetting of potential drivers. The Transport Authority says at present Uber remains the only foreign-based provider to engage in discussions with the government. It says Uber has already submitted a proposal coming out of a series of meetings held before the imposition of the ban. Mr. Smith says the authority still has some further analysis to undertake.
In terms of the way forward, we had mandated them to produce to the Transport Authority information on the number of vehicles and the types of vehicles they have in their fleet, whether or not those vehicles are properly licensed by the Transport Authority. In addition to that, the drivers that they would have engaged to provide the transportation services to the commuting public. At this very moment, I'm awaiting the documents from most, if not all, the entities, but when we should have had them, then we'd have the opportunity to properly peruse their entire arrangement.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Thank you so much, Siobhan. Well, for more on these recommendations, we are joined by the chairman of the Transport Authority, Owen Ellington. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning to your listeners.
Thank you so much for joining us on Nationwide this morning.
My pleasure.
Sir Ellington, first of all, before we go into the recommendations, I want for you to paint a picture for our listeners as to what compliance looks like when it comes to transport in Jamaica.
Compliance?
Yes.
Well, it really means complying with all the laws and regulations that affect the delivery of public transportation service. So in the case of individuals, operatives, they would have to have the requisite licenses issued by the ITA and the Transport Authority. ITA, driver's license of appropriate category. Transport Authority, driver's or conductor's badge. And those are predicated on certain procedures being followed to determine the fit and proper status of the individuals. In the case of the motor vehicles that are used, they have to be licensed, registered, appropriately insured, and be issued with what is known as a road license or a PPV license to operate in whatever the category is that the applicant intends to operate in. So that amounts to compliance in terms of, your certification side. On a day-to-day basis, they have to operate within the laws. That is the road traffic law.
So when we talk about the local ride-sharing taxi companies, you're talking about those taxi companies that would fall within the remit and have satisfied and fulfilled what you've just described.
So the taxi operators would have been compliant both in terms of the individuals involved and the vehicles that they are using. The ride-share app, it's a third layer in the entire equation. It's what we refer to as intermediation, which is really a kind of interface between the operator of the vehicle and the customers. And it's a special category of customers that we're dealing with here. Those who actually hire a vehicle from point to point and have the exclusive use of that vehicle whilst it's delivering the service.
Sir Ellington, hold the line for us. We're going to take the break and we'll come back with more.
Give up every illegal gun. Call the police at 119 or Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Ministry of National Security is
7:31.
Touching lives every day, so many different ways. A part of all you do. Sagicor will make you feel secure. Reaching out for more, will always see you through. Reach for more, whatever you're dreaming, whatever your goals, will help you achieve them. You're never alone. Taking care of today's needs, take care of tomorrow. tomorrow's dreams. Every day helping you succeed. That's what Sagicor means. Today's needs, tomorrow's dreams. Sagicor.
Attention all commuters. Your JUTC fares just got lower. Use your Smarter card today and pay only $50. Yes, only $50. Travel safe and hassle-free with the JUTC using your Smarter card. But wait, there's more. Get 3 free rides with your first Smarter card top-up before May 31. With your Smarter card, paying your fare is easier. Say goodbye to coins and hello to hassle-free travel. Don't miss this opportunity when you travel with the JUTC, your route to excellence. Conditions apply.
Live exquisite this year with new arrival black and chrome fixtures for your home at Unique Living. Select from a wide variety of rain shower systems, fabulous faucets, and stylish sinks to suit your kitchen and bathrooms. Get uncompromised quality and style unique to you. Shop everything new at Unique Living, Jamaica's leading shower and faucets provider. Visit shop number 630 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10, or call 876-755-3661 to 2.
Welcome back to Nationwide. This morning, the front page, we're talking rideshare. We have with us the chairman of the Transport Authority, Owen Ellington, a former commissioner of police. Good morning again, sir.
Good morning.
Good. All right, let's get to the recommendations now, because I want you to tell the listeners what were the main points of agreement that you expect to see when the formal regulations are developed and published by the government.
Okay, so we have made recommendations in, I think, 3 categories. One is to deal with the concerns of local operators of apps that are engaging only registered and certified drivers and registered and certified vehicles. They, up to now, have been operating within the law. They have, for want of a better term, have been self-regulating. That is to say, they only engage people who are fully compliant with the law. So we have made a recommendation to the Honorable Minister that those individuals be allowed to continue to use their apps to engage their customers until a regulatory framework is put in place to deal with the issue of intermediation. We have also recommended that in the case of apps which are owned and operated by individuals or entities residing outside of Jamaica, that they be required to establish a presence in Jamaica, for example, register a business here, and to engage the Transport Authority, who will assist them in doing the due diligence check on individuals and on motor vehicles that they intend to engage to provide ride-hailing services. And thirdly, we are looking at a medium to longer term regime that will broaden the range of operatives who may engage in ride sharing in Jamaica. So I think the minister is in a position to act almost immediately on recommendation number 1. And I think in the very short term, based on ongoing discussion with external app owners, for example, Uber, we might be able to have a decision shortly. And then we can look further down the road to see how we integrate ride-hailing as part of the local public transportation mix.
Sir Ellington, I just want to understand for clarity. So for the companies that would be compliant now, those motor vehicles would be red plate motor vehicles?
Only red plate.
Only red plate motor vehicles.
Yes.
Okay. And then now in the longer term, you mentioned Uber and that sort of platform and that sort of public transport being integrated into the system. Those motor vehicles, is it with a view to have them red plate, or they would remain as normal private licenses?
In the immediate term, near term, red plates only. But we are examining what is happening in other countries and looking at best practices all over the world. And in many, many cases, we are seeing where privately owned motor vehicles play a very integral role in the delivery of transportation service under this ride-hailing regime. And what separates them from the ordinary public passenger transport is that they provide a higher quality of service and a more personalized type of service. And strangely enough, we are seeing where, in many of those instances, the customers tend to have far more information about the operators of these vehicles than they do when they board a taxi or a bus or a train.
The issue, Chairman, of security. One of the rideshare companies, Ride Jamaica, says that it opens up its database to the police to allow the police to be able to track a vehicle without needing them to give the police information. In other words, they remove themselves as the interface between the police and the vehicle, and the police have the wherewithal to track themselves in the case of an emergency. Is that security feature going to be a requirement going forward that law enforcement must be able to track the movement of these vehicles to determine, well, in the event that there's an investigation or an emergency call made?
So first of all, let me just say that that's part of the progressive thinking that we are seeing amongst local entrepreneurs who are engaging in ride-hailing in Jamaica. They have been self-regulating and they have been willing to share information. And I think that any broadening of this segment of the transportation landscape would involve features such as those and others to include full details of the driver, full details of the car, the fare structure, confirmation that the drivers, operators have been cleared by the police in terms of criminal records check. We're actually recommending as well that individuals who wish to participate in this kind of transportation service delivery be cleared against the sex offenders registry and an habitual offenders registry as well. So we intend to also require that the vehicles be GPS enabled and that there is real-time access to the vehicles by the regulating agency as well as law enforcement in Jamaica.
Sir Ellington, what do you make of the comments spewed about since the directive from the minister that a ride-sharing service like Uber, where there are already protective mechanisms in the app, they can share the location, they have an emergency button, all of those things, would make Uber better than the current system that exists with the normal red plate drivers who you don't know who they are, you cannot track them, all of that. How do you respond to that in light of what has taken place?
Well, better is relative, because affordability may be very high on the priority of certain segments of commuters. And so they will say, I prefer to take my route taxi because I share the cost with 5 other people. And better may also be relatives in terms of, people having developed a very strong relationship with their local taxi driver, and therefore there's a kind of relationship where some people even ride and pay on the weekends. So, but what I think an expansion of ride-hailing may do in Jamaica is bring a kind of a more personalized and perhaps even more convenient feature to public transport, especially for people who do not travel routinely, but may have occasions to, move from one place to the next and want a higher level of convenience than is provided by the highly regulated public transport service providers.
Are you envisaging a future, Chairman, where you'll have to segment the regulatory framework? In other words, things that you can impose on apps that originate from Jamaica may be tricky to impose on apps that are domiciled elsewhere because the company's policy, the way the company operates, it does not, for instance, Uber says, look, even if an app like, say, Ride Jamaica will open up its database for the police to have direct access, that's not our company policy. In the 300 cities we are operating globally, we don't do that. So therefore, you can't impose that on them. So do you imagine a situation where you have to have different strokes for different folks in a regulatory environment?
Well, for one, the one external ride-sharing company app that we're dealing with have been in very extensive discussion with us and have actually shared with us best practices from several other jurisdictions. And I am in no doubt in my mind that they are prepared. In fact, they have actually indicated a commitment to abide by the Transport Authority law in Jamaica. And the concern really is around safety in terms of the vehicle type, configuration, the way they operate, and insurance for the vehicle and its passengers. And security, that is how we reduce, if not eliminate, the potential for victimization of either passenger or driver. And I think based on our internal circumstances and the way we risk assess when it comes to public safety and public security, we are very confident that when we put provisions in place to ensure that these two imperatives are met, that whoever it is that wishes to operate within our environment will be compliant. Remember, one of the recommendations that we made yesterday, which is in the second category, and it relates to externals, is that they establish a business here in Jamaica, that they subject themselves, to the extent that they are operating in Jamaica, to Jamaican laws, and that they engage the Transport Authority, which is the regulating agency, and seek to be compliant with all our regulations, which are applicable to all operatives in the sector.
On the point of equity, Chairman, so the average driver who goes into the red plate business has to undergo a background check. Has to be a police record that has to be paid for, procured, and submitted. Then between the fees that they must pay to the ITA, the Traffic Authority, the dealings with the Transport Authority, and insurance, you're looking at about $150,000 before you get that set of plates in your hand to affix to your vehicle and begin driving. So there are barriers to entry. Where the rideshare driver is concerned, admittedly, the barriers to entry are very, very low. And so, at the end of the day, there are still taxi drivers across categories. And you have a situation where it's so much easier for one set of drivers to enter the business and start transporting passengers, and so much more difficult for another set of drivers. In the new regulatory environment, will this iniquitous situation persist?
No, it will not. And as a matter of fact, even now as we speak, and if you use the example of those that are operating locally, they are all highly regulated by the Transport Authority, the ITA, and they are subjected to the Road Traffic Act, and they have to have the requisite insurance to convey passengers. So there's nothing about it that is not equitable. Where we have a little difficulty is in the case of those individuals who are using private cars to convey passengers for hire, but they are not yet brought under the regime. That is what we're aiming to correct with the new legislations, regulations that will be recommended to the minister, so that by the end of the day, when the landscape is, properly set for variety of operatives within the sector, I think there will be equity. Bear in mind, that the traditional red plate operatives, they are out there in the sole business of transporting people for hire. So they are doing 8, 10, maybe 12 hours per day. Ride hailing is substantially carried on by individuals who are other professionals. For example, teachers, civil servants,
journalists,
who may only be available to participate in service delivery for a narrow window within a day, or perhaps only on weekends,
right,
or perhaps only in connection with the delivery of another service.
Right.
So it's not that they are going to be allowed to compete unfairly against the red plate operators. And even then, they are going to have to be required to go through the fit and proper procedures for both vehicle and person. And I would imagine they have to get the kind of insurance which is going to now cover both themselves and passengers who they will be carrying for hire.
Sir Ellington, thank you so much.
Hold on, Chairman, just before you go, the producer is mad at me. She wants me to go because we have something else to do. But just before you go, we're talking timelines. With the information available to the Transport Minister and the work that you'll be doing to further inform him, we expect a regulatory environment set by when? 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year?
That I could not speak to because it's entirely out of my remit. My role really is to provide advice to the minister as to the direction.
And you've said all you needed to say already?
As much as I can say now based on the information that I have, which I believe to be true.
All right, hear you on that. Thank you for your time this morning.
You're welcome.
We'll go for the break.
Listen up, motorists. Speeding burns more gas. So slow down. The life you save may be your own and also that of your loved ones. Slow down. Save lives and money. The time by the Insurance Association of Jamaica is...
It's 12 minutes to 8 o'clock.
At Hawkeye, our mission is to deliver cutting-edge security solutions to help you keep track of the things you value most.
The temperature by Hawkeye is...
It's 27 degrees here in capital city Kingston, 28 out west in Montego Bay.
Sir Optimist International Jamaica Kingston presents Classics in June 2024, Sunday, June 16 at the Hewitt Chapel, starting at 5 p.m. Artists include Stephen Woodham, Yuko Aoki, and Rafael Salazar. Cost $3,500. Tickets available at Music Mart and all Monarch Pharmacy locations. Sponsors include Chase Fund, Kingston Freeport Terminal, Nationwide News Network, VM Group, and Vinci Construction.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10 or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales for a better choice in the electrical business.
Buy more and get more at Ashley Furniture Home Store. Purchase any 3-piece and over lounge set and get free accessories valued at $20,000. Get 15% off the purchase of any 7-piece and over dining set. Plus, buy select queen mattresses and enjoy 20% off. Upgrade to a king and enjoy 30% off. Finance your fave styles on 6 to 48 months. Buy more and get more at the Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. Offers end June 27. Conditions apply.
The Transport Authority is asking all ride-sharing or ride-hailing companies to contact the office urgently by calling 876-277-9671. A message from the Transport Authority.
All right, 7:51 on the clock. For the first time in the nearly 60-year history of the Jamaica Festival Song Competition, more female finalists will compete than men. The finalists were announced the last Friday, May 31. Of the 10 finalists, there are 6 women.
The 6 female finalists are Araya Hope, Sister Novlet, Trish Mack, Camellia Candy Isaacs, Tristar, Nationwide's own Pepita Little, and the 4 male finalists are Lex MD, Renza, Reggae Max, and Casey Donaldson. For more on this year's competition, we are joined by the Executive Director of Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, that's the JCDC, Mr. Lenford Salmon. Good morning, sir.
Morning,
Morning,
to
Lenny.
the listeners. Yes, man.
And how are you, Lenny?
Not bad at all. Man from Spanish Town. Roll it easy.
Yes, man. Big up.
I see.
I know you're not Said.
But no.
Okay, good.
I'm from Lidstead. Sir, someone talk to us. The competition this year seems to be rounding up quite well. When is it?
Yes, man. When is it going to happen?
Yes.
We're going to have, it happens in 2 phases in terms of the judging and determination of the winner. We're going to have a presentation show live on TVJ on June 27th at 8 p.m. And then we have what we call the results show, where the winner will be announced live at a show live at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center on July 13th. Now, people may ask, what's happening? What is it that Independence come early this year? Not at all. For some time, we have always wanted, and it used to happen in the past, where we select the song ahead of the independence period, so people can know the song, learn the song, sing along, because the song really is the background for our independence celebrations each year. That was the whole intention of a festival song in the first place. Now, when the song is determined the day before independence, how them going to know it, how them going to jig to it, how them going,
Yeah.
So we have gone back to where we started to give the people the song long before.
Makes sense. So we have all of that, and based on these songs, I mean, I've heard one of them, Sir Salmon, and I can tell you, it's pulling in for a strong winner. I can tell you that
No,
much.
the song them turn up.
Yeah, man.
The one you choose as your winner, you may be surprised. No, man, them really turn up.
So Lenny, so this year, in terms of I'm keen on the productions around when you take the people on the road to interface with the public. What are we to expect as you go venue to venue? When I hear festival songs, I'm anticipating traffic on Hope Road, because Ranny Williams is going to be full, because you're going to have something there. People are going to come out to watch the performers deliver as they tune their minds as to who their preferred singer is. So give us a window into that aspect, that organization for this year. Hello? Lenny fell out? Lenny's line dropped. All right, we're going to try to get him back. Lenford Salmon from the JCDC, the Festival Song Contest. Look, I know people always say, boy, festival are nice like one time and so forth, but that was a time gone by. There are so many competing interests now. When festival song competition was at its apex and the interest was at its apex, many people didn't have TV. Many people only had radio, and so the festival song competition formed a baseline part of their entertainment. No, it's not that attention spans have gotten shorter now. There's just so many competing interests. Right. So you have to give the festival song a real chance, and you have to have an interest in it. And I am immensely interested, because some of the best music in this country's history has come from the festival song competition. Some of our greatest artists have come out of the competition, and so I'll always have time for it. So Lenny, I was asking before you fell out about connecting the performers to the audience, give people a chance to come and hear them perform, the schedule for that, where you're going to go.
All right, we're bringing back another interesting feature of the festival song competition, the festival roadshow. So we're going to be taking the songs across several cities across Jamaica. Daytime primarily, because I want to catch the people while they're on their way home, on their way to work. So we are about to release our schedule to take us into downtown Kingston. We have a show at the Bank of Jamaica, lunch hour concert on the 26th of June. We're also going to be in Santa Cruz, Montego Bay, Ocho Rios. We're going to go all the major towns. The festival bandwagon is going to pass through there, so people can feel the songs, see the people up front performing. There's a message, and the truth is, some of the songs over the years have not been so wonderful. But let me tell you, some of the quintessential songs in Jamaica that people remember are festival songs,
Yeah, man. I was saying that in the break when we were trying to get you back.
And Cherry O Baby,
yes.
And those are quintessential songs. And I tell you, one or two may come out of this year's competition.
You know what I'm keen to know as well is the kind of work that goes into preparing the singers off screen for optimal delivery of the songs and to ensure the best performances, because I know that the kind of work the JCDC does with the performers helps them to do something with music beyond the competition, and I want to know if that's a focus this year again.
Oh, absolutely. Always has been and always will be. Remember, our mandate, is to not just unearth the talent, but to train and develop the talent and then give it the platform for exposure. And that has not changed and will not change. The first thing, people are getting smarter as well. So to come to the table, they come to the table well prepared these days because they're using top producers to get the best song to enter so that they can make the top 10. Because that is an almighty competitive process. But even after that, we do take them through. We have experts who sit with them, perform stage techniques, use of mic, and all of that process to get them to deliver real professional performances on the show.
Yeah, I was saying to Saeed in the break, Lenny, that when we were trying to get you back, that when the festival song was at its most popular was when most of the country never had TV. They only had radio. So they connected with the music in a way that it's hard to do now because there are so many competing interests. You have to deliver a competition, Lenford Salmon, that breaks through the clutter. Are you satisfied that you have a strategy to break through that clutter and to give the competitors a fair shake of having an audience worthy of the quality of performances that they're going to put down?
And we think we do. But this is where we really do need the help of media. Because with the limited budget we have at JCDC, we can't go full blast as we would have done in the past, right? So we really depend on media to get the songs out. We have no release of songs to media, and we're really encouraging media nationwide et al. To really give heavy rotation to the songs. So we have not abandoned radio, by the way, even with the plethora of other media. We have not abandoned radio at all. Radio still remains one of the main vehicles that we use to get the songs out there and to get it to the ears of people.
Yeah, well, I can give you a commitment, Lenford Salmon, that we are going to play all the songs here. We have our personal bias, but notwithstanding that, we're going to play them all. And the best thing we can do...
Oh, you mean there's a little lady somewhere up there?
There's a beautiful little lady.
With a pep in her step.
A beautiful little lady with a pep in her step, Lenford Salmon. But I can give you the commitment that we're going to play them all. And we're going to play them all more than once. And the best thing Nationwide can do for the competition is not to interview you and hear you speak about the competition. It's to play the songs to give the people a window into what the quality is.
They want to hear the songs.
Yeah, man, they want to hear the songs. And I give you that commitment this morning.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thanks
sir.
for the platform.
All the best to you, and we'll talk.
Thanks a lot.
Lenford Salmon, he is the man in charge of the JCDC. The festival song competition is here, and the entries are good. And there's one song that, boy, will bias. You see, so Mr. King, let me ask you a question. You realize that what we're doing, the people call it, I'm not going to say the word because, but I'm just saying, I remember I had a conversation once about the things we do that we cost the politicians for, that we do in our everyday life because we have friends, we have family, we have people who we love and who we believe in them. And this thing of pastor christening, is there a pastor who doesn't christen his pitney first? Front Page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Clearing personal, non-commercial shipments at the port? Avoid the wait. Request a contactless clearance through your agent today. It's more efficient. It's secure. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
8 o'clock.
From the mountainside to seaside, countryside to townside, inside and outside, it's across Jamaica this morning.
Taking you across Jamaica this Friday morning, I'm Tona Thomas. The Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, is staging its Manchester Parish Open Day today, June 7. RADA says the event will seek to provide practical and relevant options to farmers by highlighting water harvesting techniques and perennial larceny prevention solutions. It will also feature exhibits from key stakeholders and practical demonstrations on agricultural best practices. The staging coincides with the observance of World Food Safety Day. Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations and the World Health Organization WHO, their theme for 2024 food safety is Food Safety, Prepare for the Unexpected, and it reiterates that food safety is a collective responsibility and everyone needs to play their part. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security says funds have been budgeted for the architectural design of new offices for the National Insurance Scheme NIS in Maypen, Clarendon. That allocation is approximately $26.2 million. The funds will also cover the design of the planned Government Services Centre in the Clarendon capital. Labour Minister Pernell Charles Jr. says the funds form part of the government's strategic priorities for the NIS. He says the effort underscores the government's commitment to enhancing the efficiency of the country's social security infrastructure. Additionally, Minister Charles says over $200 million have been allocated for the renovation of the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish office of the National Insurance Fund NIF on Ripon Road in St. Andrew. He adds that the NIF will also invest $35 million in a move to ensure compliance with the Disabilities Act and its related building regulations. 25-year-old Omar Walker, otherwise called Luke, a washman of Bullet Tree District in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, has been charged with housebreaking and larceny in relation to the theft of over 76,000 Jamaican dollars from an institution. The police have not named the institution, but says it is located in Britain, Portmore. Reports are that Walker used keys to open the door to the lobby of the institution and stole the cash. The incident reportedly occurred between Wednesday, May 22 and Monday, May 27. Walker was apprehended and subsequently charged after an interview on Wednesday, June 5. His court date is being finalized. A 21-year-old bike delivery man from Homestead, St. Catherine, has died as a result of injuries he sustained in a motor vehicle collision earlier this week. The deceased is Tariq Jackson of Pittsburgh Road. He died on Monday, June 4. Reports from the Spanish Town Police are that Jackson was riding his green motorcycle when he overtook a line of traffic and collided with a garbage disposal truck. The incident occurred around 3:30 p.m. Jackson sustained multiple injuries and was transported to hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries the following day. And that's it for Across Jamaica for this Friday morning. I'm Tona Thomas.
Outperform, outlast, guilty. We top performance, guilty. Jackama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electricians. Fancy select tools, free parts and free repairs. Free parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
At Design Privacy, we value relationships. Join our exclusive open DPO community and interact with privacy professionals. Share ideas, insightful challenges, and build career-boosting connections with expert advice at your fingertips. Get access to specialized tools, exclusive workshops, and case studies. Enjoy unparalleled networking. Join Design Privacy's open DPO community to expand your expertise and excel in your career. Visit opendpocommunity.com today and take your data privacy skills to the next level.
Experience Jamaica's Olympic triumphs in Jamaica Gold, a golden spotlight.
Brought to you by Petrojam E1087 Gas Promotion, serving Jamaica's energy needs.
Usain Bolt won his first Olympic gold medal at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing, China, signaling the start of a golden era in Jamaican sprinting. The victory gave Jamaica its 8th Olympic gold. It was the first time a Jamaican man or woman was winning gold in the 100 meters at the Olympics. Bolt stunned the world, winning in a world record 9.69 seconds.
And a fair start, a Safa Pound. Usain Bolt is also out well. Here they come down the track. Usain Bolt sprinting ahead, winning by daylight and setting a world record 9.69. The wind is okay. New world record. How easy was that?
Bolt says he gets joy from making the country proud.
Well, 9.69, it's the world's record and Olympic gold medal. Your reaction?
Well, I'm not really worried about the world record. I'm an Olympic gold medalist, so I'm just happy right now.
What could you have run had you not eased up over the last 20 meters?
I'm not even worried about that, really. I'm just happy I won.
What about winning the first gold medal for your country?
Yo, that's brilliant. I told them I'm coming here to come do this, and that's what I did. So I know the country must be going crazy right now, so I'm just happy with myself.
You just experienced a Jamaican Olympic triumph in Jamaica Gold, a golden spotlight.
Brought to you by Petrojam E1087 Gas Promotion, serving Jamaica's energy needs.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come with me. Let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Jamaica's old area code on the clock, 809, Jermaine King says on Jermaine King's clock. By the way, Mr. King.
Wait, that was Jamaica's old area code?
Yeah. Mr. King, I think, well, something wrong with my clock, you know. My clock is a minute slow. So you see when, like, my clock says 5:59, you're playing the theme already for the news at 6. And, yeah. None of me are reading news at 6, sir. So no, I actually think I have more time to fix the thing than I actually do. That's the point. So, I just ask if you calibrate my clock, my lad. Because you're the man of the calibrations. You know? So, I just make you know, say, that not one. Man want to calibrate money in the pocket. Oh, you still say, my lad? I can't buy you going to do. Hold on. Rose McIntosh in the chat says, listen to this one. Rose McIntosh says, I feel so good today. And she's tagging SH and KTB Wello. I had some very, very good news. Somehow I saw it coming a couple of months ago. I tell you guys, God nah sleep. Then, what could have happened for Rose that she posted that the message there? Rose, tell us, what's happening in your life, Mom? What is happening in your life? Or who has happened in your life? I don't know. Tell us. Anyway, Mr. King, may it please you.
John Love, oh yeah, oh yeah. John Love this land.
Jamaicans can. Stronger together, making Jamaica better. Jah love this land. From the streets down to the sun, and with Jah love we can. We will be better, whether in any weather. Let's bring back a time of harmony. Oh, peace and love you see in our community and in our family. No way, no greater. Let's make it safer. We the youth them coming up to make the paper. Maximize on creativity. You know that's our legacy. We open up the doors and hide the gate for opportunity. Believe in our job plan. You have to overstand. A Jah put the key in our hand. Yeah, Jah love this land. So we will do the best we can, the only way Jamaicans can. Stronger together, making Jamaica better. Jah love this land. From the streets down to the sun, yeah. And with Jah love we can. We will be better, whether in any weather, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're singing Jah love.
Alright, so we're playing in this segment the songs from the finalists in the 2024 Festival Song Competition. So you heard Jah Love This Land from Lex MD. He's one of the 4 male finalists. There are 10 finalists, 6 women. The first time women are outnumbering the men in the finals of this competition. Yeah. So Lex MD, one of the 4 male finalists with his entry, Jah Love This Land. Going to the next one, Saeed.
Renza. Wow, back Jamaica.
Me have a song for the nation, yeah, yeah. Help me sing this a version. Oh well, song for the nation. Want me, my Jamaica. Gimme my Jamaica. I mean, I want too much foreign culture. No for them I come in like a vulture. Want me, my Jamaica. Want my son, want my daughter. For them heading for a major disaster. Want me, want back. Do you remember the old time Jamaica? Yes, when everyone used to care for them neighbor. Yes, no fight, no curse in their elder. Nowhere the love has gone. Really, I don't know how we have drifted so far apart from each other. Want my Jamaica. Gimme my Jamaica. I mean, I want to.
Alright, so Renza with a piece there. We touched a piece of Renza's tune, War Back Jamaica. The next one, Saeed.
Reggae Max, Better Jamaica.
Take a good listen to me now. Our better Jamaica. We gotta love each other. In the land we love. Take a good listen to me now. For a better tomorrow. We got to work together. So we Jamaica just nice and free. Walking away, feel free. To move out on you, never think twice. Out in the street, everything nice. On every corner, there's a good fight. Countryside like the sugar and spice. Where the rivers flow so nice. Everything seems alright. Take a good listen to me now. Our better Jamaica. We gotta love each other. In the land we love. Welcome to reggae country. I better love where you come see. Oh, share the Irish energy. We are one family. When you see we you feel no. We are real born Jamaicans. When you see me you feel no.
Reggae Max, Better Jamaica is what he is singing about. Alright, we take a break. When we come back, we play the other male finalist and then we hear from the 6 female finalists.
When you see me you feel no.
Crisp and refreshing. Room temperature or chilled. A pure water would drink. The time by Pure Water is
8:16.
The best Burger King with the best tasting burger under the sun. You deserve the best. deserve it. Yeah, next level, awesome, that's how we serve it. Mama, menu done your way. You got to taste rules every day. Flame grilled goodness, you deserve it. Great taste, well done. More flavor, fresh Burger King, best tasting burger under the sun.
This outstanding 6'4" athlete credits Jamaica with her first Olympic victory ever.
Jamaica is filled with Olympians.
World record holder McKinley dashes into the lead.
We must never forget the forerunners of Jamaican Olympic greatness.
Coming into the home stretch, it's Wint who challenges the leader.
Win or lose, athletes never forget their Olympic experience.
Melly Notti has devastated another world-class field. And Hemmings is going to do it. Hemmings wins it. She's the champion.
Win or lose, Jamaicans will cheer the loudest at the Olympics so that the world will never forget who we are.
And Usain Bolt is moving away. And Jamaica retain their title. And the world record has been taken apart. Oh, I say.
From July 26 to August 11, tune in only to Nationwide 90 FM for the coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, because we're here to ensure that you never forget. Nationwide's coverage is powered by our bronze sponsors: National Road Operating and Construction Company Limited, Digicel, Grace Foods, Spirits of Jamaica, Imperial Optical Jamaica, and Rainforest Caribbean.
All right, so we're playing bits for you of the 10 finalists in the JCDC's Festival Song Competition. We've played for you three of the four men who've made it to the finals, 6 women. First time in the history of the competition that the women are outnumbering the men among the finalists. You've heard from 3 of the men. Here's a 4th man, Casey Donaldson, with his entry, Sweet Jamaica.
What a sweet, sweet island. Yes, I'm a born Jamaican. Land of wood and water. Give thanks. Cause, yes, everybody want come down here for the food and for hear patois. Home of one love, number one in the world. We little but we talawa. Yeah, hungry, a sweet, sweet charm down. We have a roast red fruit and run down. Blessed from creation, out of many one people. What a little island sweet. Oh, what a joy we feel. The summer sweet and the sun hot. Reggae music and dance along with comfort. What a little island sweet. A beer vibes on the beach. Just a little dot on the map. Black breed and go straight to the top. Yeah. No in the nice like sweet Jamaica. No full of vibes like sweet Jamaica. A pure nice this day a sweet Jamaica. Reggae and dancehall from sweet Jamaica. No in the nice like sweet Jamaica. First in the world sweet Jamaica. And when we come from the sweet Jamaica, everybody walk on down here. Right across the world.
This is very nice, Casey. Nice and smooth. Sweet Jamaica from Casey Donaldson. Yeah. This is buzzy indeed. All right, so we have completed the list of the men, the 4 men. Let's talk about the 6 women now, Saeed.
Yes, so Arroya Hope, her song is Proud Jamaican.
Dance if you're feeling irate. Dance if you're feeling proud. Dance if you feel it. Just dance if you feel it. Just dance if you're feeling irate. Just dance if you're feeling proud. Dance in your freedom. Just dance if you feel it. When I look and see the land, when I look and see the sun, I am a proud Jamaican. Yes, I am a proud Jamaican. When I look and see my people, whether you wear a smile or frown, I'm a proud Jamaican. Yes, I am a proud Jamaican. Come experience this paradise. As the reggae start play, you will hear our voice. Ackee and saltfish with peas and rice. So you can't tell me nothing, man, Jamaica nice. From
Oriah
Negril
Hope,
to
Proud Jamaican. Another excellently produced song and a nice cool vibe, the cool reggae. You just cool down and listen to it. Yeah, Oriah Hope. Thanks for that one. The next one,
Sister Novelette, Fimi Island Home.
Sweet, sweet Jamaica, it's festival time again, yeah. Ba-ba-dee bam ba-dam bam bam, bam ba-dam, bam ba-dam bam bam. It's all about Jamaica, Fimi Island home. No matter where I go, back to my land I come. It's all about Jamaica, Fimi Island home. No matter where I go, back to my land I come. All these years we coming along, we stand up bold and we stand up strong. Through the hard times with perseverance, we put our faith in the Almighty One. Sweet, sweet Jamaica, our reggae island, one of a kind in the Caribbean. Coconut water, beautiful data, chilling on the beach in the warm, warm sun. It's all about Jamaica, Fimi Island home. No matter where I go, back to my land I come. It's all about Jamaica.
it's apparent the producers and the songwriters tried to evoke the feeling of the old time festival vibe in this one, and they scored maximum points on that count. It takes you back to the 80s, the 70s, this bouncy tune. Reminds me of something like Tinga Stewart would do, you know? This was a good one, very good one.
And then Trish Mack with her song, Jamaica is a Big Brand.
Ooh, na 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 na, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh. We're representing Jamaica. Why, oh, why, oh, calling Jamaican kings and queens, paint the world black, gold and green. Jamaica is a big brand. Oh, and we proud of where we come from. Resilient and we accent strong. Jamaica is a big brand. Out of many one people, we know this well. Whatever Jamaicans do, we will excel. White sandy beaches, luxurious hotels, wood and water speaks beauty for itself. What a people, vibrant and full of life. Shops set up on every corner side. No be pray cause sometimes things not right, but all in all my Jamaica nice. And I know vibes, we alright. Calling Jamaican kings and queens, paint the world black, gold and green. Jamaica is a big brand. And we proud of where we come from. Resilient and we accent strong. Jamaica is a big brand. The little island with so many Miss Whirlwinds. Lisa, Anna, and Tony, and Sing that sings. Hit records to breaking track records. You're not the ask if Jamaica lost. But Molly and Usain, just to name a few. Patois upon the map, so thanks me slew. And we music of the world I move. And everywhere one duplicate with food.
Trish Mack there with her entry. Jamaica is a big brand, extolling the virtues of Sweet Island, Jamaica.
And
saying,
then
big
we
brand.
have Camellia Candy Isaacs with hers, number one, Jamaica.
We've come a long way, standing in a strong way.
Man, the producers outdid themselves on this one. The performer, Camila Candy Isaacs, we understand she's visually impaired, listeners and viewers. Yes, this is very, very good. Very well produced. Well, every song we've heard, every one of the songs we've played, the production extremely good. This one, though, boy, it started out like a church hymn, and then the beat just changed, and she changed her flow.
Yeah, man.
Nah, man, that song a bad, man.
Song of, you know.
This bad, Camila.
Yeah, man.
Bad tune this. Next.
Then we have Tristar. Her song is Jamaica, Jamaica.
We love it like a island vibe. Jamaica, Jamaica, the island notes. How many one people we rise? Tell them say we lick about with all our sweet jam down. We lead, we never follow in. Sweet jam down. The country where we are not Caribbean's queen. We small but we big across the world. Small island with a big culture, and it's easy to see everybody love ya. No we not in the world. Feel when me woulda rather. Me not see how nowhere else can compare to ya. What's your nationality? From a place so we talk with a slang. We come from Jamaica. What your nationality? From a place so we call it yard. Me come from Jamaica, Jamaica, sweet and nice. Me love it like a island vibe. Jamaica, Jamaica, the island notes. How many one people we rise? Tell them say we lick about with all our sweet jam down. We lead, we never follow in. Sweet jam down. The country where we are not Caribbean's queen. We small but we big across the world. I feel me black, feel me gold and green. When me talk about yard, man, me tell you what me mean. A beautiful scene. Feel we island nice and that the people them like. Take a look in at the land. With beaches that are the best express. We
Well, I tell you what,
with a smile.
this song shows the versatility of Tristar. She sang beautifully and then she started DJ. It's a versatility. It's a switch. It's a code switch that I haven't seen from any of the other contestants so far. All me can tell you say we played 9 of the songs. We wouldn't want to judge this. Me would not want to judge this because this I got hard for judge. Let's take the break and come back with our valedictory song from the field of 10 finalists.
Anybody bout we the home of UC and Shelly and Bob Marley Buju Banton, let me show you a pre. I yes some Miss Lou come from and a reggae music running land. At the island way in the west, the Caribbean space.
Time waits for no one. Open your NCBCM account at goipo.jncb.com today and be prepared for the next wealth building opportunity to arrive. The time is now
8:31.
With so much to do in one location, make Megamart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy. All in one amazing location. My Megamart, the best value by far.
Eliminate the hassle of managing multiple medications that can be confusing. Thanks to Houghton's Pharmacy. Introducing RX Pack, a mobile app available in the App Store and Google Play Store. RX Pack is specially designed for you to order and manage your medications. Download today for free. That's RX Pack for better medication management. Call 876-RX-0-RX-RX or visit our website, houghtonsrx.com for more details.
So, Arosa's Gourmet Outlet is now serving lunch at 53 Upper Waterloo Road, Kingston 8. This gourmet outlet is offering reasonable prices on hams, wines, fresh and smoked meats, sausages, cheese, chocolates, meat and a cheese platter, and so much more. Call them now at 876-999-0191 for more info or visit 53 Upper Waterloo and get great deals all year round.
8:32 on the clock. We're playing the 10 finalists in the JCDC's Festival Song Competition. People, the standard is very high. To be fair, over the years, I've heard some rubbish. I'm just going to say it plain. I've heard some rubbish masquerading as festival songs. This competition is going to be immensely hard to judge, and we've been having that discussion off air. I don't even know which song I'd say, well, this is the 10th placed song. The production, fantastic. The performances, the vocals, everything, the arrangement, everything is first class. What it will come down to is the performances of the songs. That's where the producer can help you. You can pull up if you hit a note wrong. You can stop and start. That will have a huge bearing on who comes out on top of this very, very tough competition. The JCDC Festival Song for 2024 is going to be an acid test. It is an acid test. Yeah?
Yeah.
And may the best woman or man win. All right, the last song. And we put it out there now. People always say, boy, if you're biased, at least put a bias on the table. You understand? If you're biased, put a bias on the table. Our bias is on the table. How the bias look?
Some loving people, and we don't have no time to invest with self in a evil. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, Permina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African. Together are we better fun. We survive through any pain, and through obstacles we maintain. Through thick and thin, we win everything. 60 yard and counting. Me tell you about my little island. The whole place just a shine like a diamond. Let me tell you about Port Trial, like Key Blue Lagoon in a Portland. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African. Together are we best weapon. So many stories have been told about the black, the green, the gold. And as history unfolds, we've been playing the leading role. Welcome to the reggae island. You can't take with you no simple Simon. Cause no we don't nice like Jam One, and the sweetest spot in the Caribbean. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African. Together are we best fun. Don't River Falls where me just can't resist. 7 Mile Beach where me get my steam fish. Down in a Mobile me get me national dish. St. Elizabeth the bread basket parish. They climb Blue Mountain, they pan me list. Oh, what a piece of niceness like this. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African. Together are we best weapon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet Jamaican, Pata we are African, Fermina the Gideon. Come on, Jamaicans, make we sing along. We are Jamaican, and we are champions. Sweet, sweet
King play tune to the tune done. I've never heard that. Hello, the people them on YouTube. Lord of mercy. Is what to eat for the breakfast this morning? Is his nails? Them a quarrel and then grumpy. Barbara Ellington said, George, not hard to judge. Only 3 sound good so far. For a man of supreme music knowledge, appreciation, and taste, you fit top praise the rubbish. Then hear Annie Smith, she know. Me not vote for none of them songs here. Sorry. No little vibes. What you say again? What Annie Smith say? Annie Smith said, George, not true. You know the songs them flop. Lord, Annie, drink the water. I'll sit down and rest. The songs them sound nice. The production very good, and relative to some of what we've to some of what we've heard before, the songs are very good. And the problem we are having, my people, we're comparing the songs to the extended golden age of festival songs we had. don't do that. It's a different time. It's a different Jamaica. Remember, so we have that already in the bank, you know. So it's not as if we don't know what good festival music is, or excellent festival music is, or timeless festival music is. We know that. We already have that. It's a new age, a new era, a new time. Stop listening with the ears from the past. Stop looking at it with the lens of today. Look at it dispassionately. Just look at it for what it is. And uno too come generally, man. Lord of mercy. Uno come so. Eh? Me tell you, the nationwide people, we don't know. Uno, boy, I tell you. Anyway, it's showing them nice. You agree, Saeed?
Yeah.
Uno go on, sir.
Yeah, never vibes, man.
Yeah, man. Birthday time now, or
no, we have some time.
Oh,
get some calls.
We can take, we can take
all right.
calls.
630-937-124, 618-8255.
Before we go to that door.
Wait, I call it the line and wait already.
Wait, no, before we go to the call. One of the posters, I don't know who was said, the 6 man them a buckle for last. The 4 man them a buckle for last. Oh, the wicked,
Cha.
Anyway,
no, but the man them a go on though.
No man, bad. Good
morning, Richie.
Virgin Carter, we playing for a long time and we're in there.
But we never ready yet, Richie.
We play a tune.
I say your credit enough.
It's true. No, man, I put on 20 years of service. My phone never out of service.
Sorry.
We play a tune, Richie. We play a festival tune.
It's tune and bad, Virgin, and it's time for people to encourage the youth. Don't try to bring them down. They sang them bad.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, Virgin, you know, I was in Walberton Wednesday, and a man mentioned a lot of things, raised a lot of things to prove to me that the government is corrupt. And the last thing he said to you, no, say the government, Prime Minister cannot declare is that the reduction.
Declarations.
Mm-hmm. You remember I called and talk about the last week, George?
Yeah, man.
You know the reason why I called?
Why?
I listened to Ricardo Brooks and Tyrone Reid interview John Clark from the Jamaican for Justice.
Yeah.
And that was his last word.
Yeah.
I listened Mark Gordon come with last week again and talk about the Elite Six.
Yes.
And that was my reason to call.
Yes.
Now it's on the news. What they are saying that we are going to name the Elite Six.
Yes.
And they're not ready yet. I'm ready. I am saying a pill of going to stick at 6 people. I don't believe they intend to name them. I believe they're going to try out this thing until after election.
After election or before election?
I believe they're not intend to name them until after the election.
Oh.
Because I don't believe it is true. Because now look, George, when I talked to you last week, I said to you it's 1 year now. You said no, it's next month is 1 year. So 1 year now. They said, why is it that they don't know what they're doing?
No, man, but Mr. Stevenson, hold on, Richie. Hold on. At the recent meeting of the Oversight Committee, the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee, it was put to Mr. Kevin Stevenson, the Director of Investigations, and he said, look, these things are complex and they take a lot of time, and the Integrity Commission is still working away in the background to try to organize what it is that their investigations, trying to organize the investigations. So he did give that update as vague as that.
But the point I'm making, George, if that's where they are, why is it that the command and said?
No, but Richie, hold on, man. They didn't come out and call a press conference and say they're investigating 6 politicians. They published their annual report, which they will publish this month again, to say that 20-odd public officials are under investigation for illicit enrichment, including 6 politicians. That's what they said.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
And Mark Gordon take it up now and run with it. Said it's a handy and at the other side because it's on the side. Is
right.
He right to do that?
If he's right to do that, he's a politician who's in the business of politics, so he politicked with that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying no. That is it. That's the point Mark Gordon is trying to make.
Yes.
To bring down the government.
Let me ask you a question, Richie.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the illicit 6 is only from the JLP?
Couldn't be.
All right.
If any.
So hold on. Then if you believe so, why do you doubt another man's ability to believe the same thing you do?
Why do I doubt it?
Yes.
Mark Gordon is, to be honest, wait.
That not answering the question. Hold on, man. Wait, no, Richie, man. You sensible enough to, in your view, not believe what Mark Golding is saying. So why is it that you don't have faith that somebody else like you can see what you determine to be sense in this matter?
George, In my opinion, I just does not believe it is true.
Just
so I'm not
Christ,
even
Richie,
going
you
there.
answer the question. I'm saying to you, sir, we know you don't believe you're the only smart man in the world. So
Not smart.
then Richie, hold on, man. Then if in your reasoning you can't if in your mind Mark Golding is talking foolishness, then you know if you accept that other people can say foolishness as well. So
I agree, but Mark Golding's plan is to use it to bring down the government.
Then Richie, if you can't see it, why you think other people can't see it? So we are beat up, you're going to vote it for.
I want to tell you something. It's something that I've been talking to Papa Nan about all the while. And Papa Nan said we mention it because people doesn't believe them.
All right, Richie. No problem. Big up yourself. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Cool. All right. Birthday time now? Yeah, let's take the break and come back.
Make a plan to stay on top of your mortgage. Stick to it. Pay on time. The time by the MHD is
8:44.
The Birthday Club is brought to you by Burger King, the best tasting burger under the sun.
Reggae are the sweetest thing ever happened to the world. Let me tell you, Reggae are the sweetest thing God ever give to this earth. Mighty God. Hold on, but you realize how this is just sweet. This just bounce. The original is a fantastic song, but this just bounce different, man. Jesus, peace. And Mr. King, there were enough people when say them never radio, they tell me this jack can. The man mixed the original with the reggae version seamlessly. You understand? Uncle Desmond can't do them thing there. You understand? Sure. Only Desmond can get to them. The morning Uncle Desmond. Morning Mayor. Jesus, please. I wanna be with you everywhere. All of my friends listening to this, all members of the Nationwide family, all the 4%ers, everywhere you are, anywhere you are this morning, good morning to you. We commit this song to you on this day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the cuss. Thank you for the criticism. Thank you for the critique. Thank you for the commendations. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for the company. Thank you for the trace. Thank you for the engagement that you that you do with each other in the YouTube chat. Thank you for those of you who don't leave us out on the radio, driving to work, wherever you are. We really, really, really appreciate you. The Nationwide listener, the Nationwide family member is a special individual, brighter than every other group of people will listen to radio. The Nationwide listener, I tell people, the Nationwide listener is more informed than the listener of any other station, is brighter than the listener of any other station, and more miserable and quarrel more than the listener of any other station who don't come in like some. But we love her the same way.
So I'm not for do the birthdays.
Yeah, man, you want to do the birthday, man. Yeah, don't worry yourself, man. Don't worry yourself.
If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break, if you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way, there's a place for people like.
Good morning to Lurleen Brahma. Only big woman named Lurleen, you know, like a girl name. Yeah? Lurleen, a big respectable woman name. Lurleen Brahma. Good morning to you. This tune here, dedicated specially to you, Lurleen. Alright?
There's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. If you walk around with your heart on your sleeve.
I can do the birthdays now?
Notwithstanding your week that you've had, Saeed. Notwithstanding the week that you've had, I just want you to know that there's a place for people like you.
You would not be judged.
Carry on, counsel. Proceed.
Happy birthday greetings to Dainty and Barrett Smith from JSIF. She celebrates her birthday today, the 7th. Yeah, happy birthday to you, Dainty. And Dwayne Sinclair of Dillon in Grange Hill, Portland. He's celebrating his birthday tomorrow, June 8th. And they are wishing you good health and happiness. Their greetings are coming from your dad, Foster Sinclair, your stepmom, Donita, your brother, Matthew, and the rest of the Sinclair family. Happy birthday to you, Dwayne Sinclair, when it comes tomorrow. And of course, our Facebook peeps, Tamisha King, Don Dunn, Michael Davis, Ambitious Wilson, Lydia McQueenie, Fiona Byrne, Rhonda Phillip, Joe Smurfett, Marvin Gaynor, Off June, enough people wanted that man.
Yeah, man.
Off June Smith, or Yes, off June Smith. Nina Lisa Simone, happy birthday. Happy birthday as well to Shirian Munchi Gallimore. Okay, Munchi. Pick up yourself, Munchi.
Munchi.
Yeah. And Malia, happy birthday to you all.
Alright, so there's a special one on YouTube. King, pay attention, man, and leave Nigel alone. King, listen to this one, no? King, Herman Hyatt is sending advance birthday greetings to her husband, Easton. Easton Hyatt will celebrate his birthday on Sunday, June 9. And Herman says she wants to wish you all the love, Easton, and happiness that life has to offer and God's blessings. And just say, I'll get the oxtail. You get 2 meats Sunday, Easton. Herman Hyatt say, I get 2 meats. You get oxtail and
curry goat.
The good curry goat.
Yes,
yeah, man. Well curry down, you know. Well curry down.
Curry there in our freezer already.
Yeah, man. So Herman is sending advance birthday greetings to her husband, Easton. Sunday is the big day, June 9. And all the love for you, all the curry goat, all the oxtail, all the nice things that a man should enjoy rather, on his birthday.
And when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through, there's a place.
Listeners, trouble going on a while ago. Mrs. King just reprimanded our manager of broadcast.
Reprimand.
Yes, and fleet and transport at Nationwide was reprimanded by Mrs. King, who said, Oi, me I listen to radio and hear you a dedicate song to
dedicate song.
With the out of herself.
Other woman.
She feel slap you in the head. Watch about try right now. Watch about try right now.
We try make up. Omar Sweeney. Oh, happy birthday to Omar Sweeney. His birthday is also tomorrow. Joseph. And Mark S. McLean. His birthday is tomorrow as well. Big up yourself, Mark S. McLean. Greetings on the birthday when it comes tomorrow.
Omar Sweeney, a good youth from Joseph.
Yeah,
happy
man.
birthday when it comes, Omar. Hi, Mrs. King. Mr. King said that song you hear one, yeah? Yeah? We like it. Yeah, man, the man make it back. Yeah, oxtail I get fed in that Sunday, King. You get oxtail?
You deserve oxtail for Sunday dinner.
And the goat well curry down, you know? Yeah, man. 2 meats Sunday. 2 meats.
Oh, God. I don't know today you want to see face.
Yeah, man, look like give me the 100 million for you, man.
That's not. Look at what's in could go home.
Anyway, Herman, want to seize the meat from today, you hear? Mr. Hyatt, look feed 2 meats Sunday.
Don't you know you're set up.
Hello, Miss Mordecai, where you coming here to me for Shifa?
Is Tiffany Mordecai that?
Yeah.
Tiffany Mordecai?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Alright, are we here? Say, take us home.
Anyways.
The Birthday Club was brought to you by Burger King, the best tasting burger under the sun.
Tell me what more can I say? Feels like I won 100 million. I found a good woman. I found a good woman. Like I won 100 million. I got a good woman. I got a good woman. She's the
Paula Thomas in the comments said play up the Romanian Virgo. Alright, Dread, we'll play it for you. Don't worry yourself. Come inside, take us home.
It's that time again when we have to leave it here for the week. Thank you so much for joining, sticking and staying with us. Special thanks to our super producer Michelle McCrae Smith, to Kimon aka Tiffany Mordecai in the newsroom. Yes, big up yourself, Tiffany Mordecai. And of course to the musical maestro, the man behind the control. You just said to me, Michelle? Oh, so Tiffany Mordecai is also called Simone. Why she have enough name? I think I mean one have enough name. Yeah. To the man behind the controls, Jermaine King, who had to save himself just now. Yeah, with this song. Big of yourself. And of course to you, our valued listeners, sponsors, everyone that makes this show possible. Thank you so much for joining us again this week. And of course, we do it all over again next week, Monday. I'm Saeed Bernard.
Yeah, who done it says George, please shout out my daughter Simone. So Simone, you're Who done it says shout out to you. It's a happy birthday for Simone from Who done it. That's the last one we can squeeze in. Hermin, Indian Courier. Indian Courier. Indian Courier, I goat. That's it for us.
You've just heard Nationwide this morning on Nationwide 90 FM.
In the morning, and she give me lunch at midday. She give me love in the evening. Tell me what more can I say?
Fearless and fair. Nationwide 90 FM.
Your taxes hold the key.
Employers, your statutory deductions SO1 for May 2024 are due on Friday, June 14, 2024. You are reminded of the various payment options. These include via TAJ's tax portal using a credit card or any banking card with credit card features, the National Commercial Bank's online platform, Scotia